I need that money. I really.
Well. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening. Hello, chat. How's everybody doing today? Sorry for the whole delay there. I would have started streaming about an hour ago, but was having internet problems. And hey, Fox, yeah, I don't know why it's a different date. I meant to put 2026, but again, something with OBS always screwing something up. Again, no surprise with that. What's going on, Detective? How you doing this fine morning? Anthony, that's right, front-facing baby chick. What's going on? We're gonna be getting started shortly, chat. This is not gonna be a super-duper long one. This is just me going over, covering a lot of the content that I haven't got a chance to cover because, well, you know, real life stuff. So most of this is going to be all I know it's going to be a controversial thing. Mostly it's going to be a lot of all the Duty stuff, you know, the clips. But the reason why I choose them, and I did rewatch some of them, is they're to the point. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like Snort Hogan stuff, but when I'm trying to get to a certain, I'm trying to get to the bare point, I like to go either with Duty or most of the time it'd be like Snort Bennell or meanwhile, just depending. But for the other long ones, if I got plenty of time, then yeah, I'll do like Snort Hogan. But yeah, and I'm also aware that, hey, good morning, Jesse. How you doing there? Also, it's just me going over again all the stuff that I missed. I'm not going to cover his stupid marathon today because I have work tonight. So again, this and also it's going to be a solo dolo for me. So I want, like I said, this is stuff I'm going to get into. And of course, once again, OBS being OBS. Let's see. Yep, this should be it. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, chat. Don't worry. I'm gonna make sure I spell out to our 1.25 because you know how when he talks, it takes him forever. So let's go get on this. I mean, we all know the intro from you know how Duty is, but that's all right. We'll get into this.
Suggestions you're giving me. I'm happy that you're
Wait, hold on. Let's turn him down. I didn't realize it was that loud.
giving them to me. It's constructive. That money. Okay. Yes, nothing here. Please understand.
Like I said, a lot of this content is from like a couple weeks ago. Again, I'm just covering stuff that I've been wanting to get a chance to cover. I just haven't got a chance to get around to do it because again, work and stuff. So yeah.
Dan, I love the suggestions you're giving me. I'm happy that you're giving them to me. It's constructive input. I'm just telling you the reasons why. Sadly, I don't think certain things would work.
Oh, why didn't certain things are going to work?
Again, DSP tries it. Back in the day, used to be a piece of content that I would put out, and I'm not kidding. At the least, it would get 5,000 to 10,000 views. At the least.
Phil, not many that much. What's up, Sonic Jade? How you doing there? Not really, Phil. The only reason why you got a decent amount because of Machinima, but other than that, most of the times people don't care about DSP tries it because you don't really describe what you're eating or whatever. Majority of times it's just saying, oh, it's tangy, it's savory, it's this, that, and something, it's robust. The same thing you always describe. And again, Phil, majority of your chat, I told you, look, we don't care about DSP tries it, just play the game. We don't care about your level 1 podcast, just play the game. But again, Phil, you try to expand your horizons with your content, and it's just, bad. I think it's stream. Yeah, I want to catch a stream, but actually, I want to be close to be finished stream, close by because I do want to catch a stream, and also I do want to get some rest because even though when I got home from work last night, I only got a couple hours of sleep, so I'm running on like 2 hours of sleep at the most.
So in that case, it would make sense. Hey, if I'm going to put some time into it, filming it offline, editing it, uploading it as a separate video, if I'm making anywhere between $15 to $30 on the video minimum, right? It justifies the cost of the food and the time.
So, of course, but anything about money, no surprise in there.
But in reality, the DSP tries this back in the day used to get between 20 to 50,000 views. So you're talking like making $100 on a silly video. And it was good variety content for my channels as well.
Again, nobody cares about DSP tries it. Nobody asks for the stuff. Again, people wanted you just to play the game, but you add in there because you're just trying to find ways to not play video games. Again, Phil, it's not a hidden secret that you hate video games.
But basically, it fell off and people didn't care anymore. So I stopped doing it. And then I brought it back as a celebratory event. Oh, if we hit a milestone of support, then I'll do it.
So what you mean by that, Phil, is as long as your chat gives you 1500 every 2 weeks or so, something like that, then you do DSP tries it on the mail that costs you in between like 30 to 40 to $50. Again, not worth it.
It had nothing to do with, it's a video that I'm making to make money or anything like that, because they don't. They literally lose money every single episode. I'm making nothing.
No, Phil, it's always about money.
On DSP tries it. Think about it. The video gets 1,000 views. Okay? I don't get
1,000 views
when I'm streaming it. No one contributes when I stream DSP tries it, like ever. Maybe I make a couple bucks.
Again. So in other words, now do you want them to spend not only do you want your chat to give you 1,500, but then on top of the 1,500, once you're doing the review of the food, you want them to give you more money. So again, talking about nickel and diming your own chat.
It's just a silly thing to do for variety as a way of saying, hey, thanks so much for all of the support.
Just like how we didn't ask for DSP nasty cooking. Yes, exactly. Nobody asked for it. This dude has half a fame of Emendate exactly in the snort fort.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's got to be treated like that. It's part of an interactive stream or whatever. It's not, I'm doing this extensive work off the stream to film and edit and get the video up to get 1,000 views. Like, it's a waste of time.
No, that's what you was doing, Phil. Again, when you try to do day one views. In the very beginning, people kind of like, okay, Phil, he's kind of cool and all this stuff with this content. But after a while, people realize you're just a jerk, you're just an idiot, you're just an asshole doing the exact same thing over and over. Like, come on, dude. Let's be for real here. If it wasn't for the money, he would have been exactly. If it wasn't for the money, it'd be every new meal. Exactly, detective. And yes, Anthony, he still hates sexy women.
I'd much rather be on stream hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, you asked them to give you money. Of course, sipping your gin from your little cup there.
No, the food is not a tax write-off. Just to be clear.
No, the food is a tax write-off, Phil.
Since DSP tries it has never been a profitable moneymaker.
Yeah, for Phil is for just editing. It's a lot of work, but it's not difficult. I've done editing plenty of times in my videos, which yes, I get back to Chad, man. A little lazy about it, but again, editing videos is not hard. It's just time consuming.
For me, I have not once ever in the entire history of the series wrote off any of the food that I bought for DSP tries it.
Part of me feels like you kind of did, but then again, who cares?
If my actual
he's drinking gin.
Food vlogging, if that was my thing, or if I had a channel for it and that was my focus and I was trying to make money on it, then I would consider the food a tax write-off, and I would do that. But it's not.
Again, it is tax write-off, Phil, because you do it on your channel, DSP or DSP tries it. Well, obviously it's DSP tries it, but you have in your main channel DSP Gaming or DSP Reacts. You try to rebrand from KO Gaming?
It's just a side thing. It's not profitable, so therefore you can't write it off.
Oh my God, he's drinking sperm.
No, absolutely, positively.
Exactly, he has, Jesse.
You're absolutely not doing a podcast this morning. Under no circumstances whatsoever.
Chat, how many times he said we're not doing a podcast, and then all of a sudden it's completely a podcast talking about nonsense? Like, how many times you done that, Phil? You literally say all the doggone time that we're not going to do a podcast, then all of a sudden it turns into a podcast.
On this lovely Monday morning, would we ever be doing a podcast? I would tell you if we were doing a podcast. This is absolutely not.
You don't have to tell us you're doing a podcast because you're still doing a podcast.
How dare you even bring that up?
Exactly. A lot of times.
Yes. Okay. So for the record, because someone is bringing this up now. Okay.
What up, Dapster? What's going on?
The YouTube.
I love this cousin. Exactly. He's an idiot or a liar. One of the two. One of the two, Dap.
Still a YouTuber anymore.
And also, good morning to you, my man.
This YouTuber Repsy came on my stream. Technically, he.
Oh, here goes. So about recipe on.
First came on my stream on Friday night during Friday Night Fights of Street Fighter 6. Then he was like, I want to play you in Street Fighter 6. And I was like, all right. But then he was like, oh, I'm downloading the game and it's taking 2 hours, so I can't get it in time for your stream. And I was like, well, I'm going to probably do this next Friday night if you want to play like a set or whatever. I'm okay with that.
Phil. If somebody came to me and say, hey, D, are you still playing Helldivers 2? Yeah, I'm still playing Helldivers 2. And they say, hey, man, listen, it's going to take a little while for a download. Okay, no problem. Once it's download, let me know that we can load up a game and play it for a while. It's that simple, Phil. It's not difficult. But again, when it comes to you, Phil, you hold that schedule like it's the Holy Christ. Like you literally hold it as it's the sacred vow. Excuse me, the holy grail of the thing. So it doesn't fall on your schedule, then you're not going to do it.
Then all of a sudden he showed up on my Arc Raiders.
What up, Mad Cats? How you doing there?
I play this game like a lot. I know a lot about it, and I'd like to help you with
DSP and his ass who's got him. Yes, exactly. The only thing that hasn't happened yet is somebody really G checking her. I mean, I'm talking about really G checking with them these hands.
So he actually DM'd me on X and said, "Can you send me your ID number?" So I sent him my ID, and we partied up and we played one game. It was like 20 minutes. Where he was walking around Stellamontis and showed me around Stellamontis some of the hidden stuff. I'll try to remember next time how to find that stuff. I think it was Assembly was the part of the Stellamontis where he says the best loot. And he showed me this little secret area where you could jump inside of this hanging thing. And there's a rare weapon in there like every time. So we did the one run. And that's it. He actually posted on X again. He said that he wants to play later in the week when I play again on Thursday during the daytime stream.
And of course, in other words, he's trying to do some content with you, Phil. I don't see no problem with that.
And I was like, fine, just send me an invite, I guess, when I'm playing or whatever. Maybe we'll do it, right? So that's it.
Oh, so maybe we'll do it.
I literally never had a conversation with him. I don't know what content he makes. That's literally the extent of what I just told you is all I know.
Philip, maybe it's a good time to look into what type of content he does. Look at his channel, see what his video does, for crying out loud. It seems like the man just wants to do content with you and have a good old time. We all know he's trying to at least get into Phil's good graces so he could have an interview and stuff. But regardless, now, if you come across another content creator and they want to, do content with you, Phil, as in playing video games, I don't see a problem with that. Exactly, Matt. He's making it seem like it's that despicable. I can't even say that word properly because, again, I'm tired, but it's all right. Also, Phil's stupid. Wait a minute. Also, Phil's stupid shit is in a podcast. Last podcast on my left or my favorite. Yeah, exactly. Those two. It's real. Is it really true that apparently it was 17, Phil's 28? Yes, that is very accurate. Here's how it goes, Matt Cat. According to the lore. When Phil, if I'm not mistaken, Panda Lee was doing something and Phil slid into her DMs, and that's how that whole conversation talked. No, I'm sorry. They were talking, they were on the phone call, stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And before Panda Lee could date him, her parents were against it. But once she became 18, that's when they hooked up, to my knowledge.
I don't know if he just wants to play games randomly, if he has an ulterior motive, if someone put him up to playing games with me. I have no idea at all.
Well, he does have an ulterior motive, Phil. He actually wants to do an interview with you. But again, he's trying to, butter you up by playing some video games. Again, why don't you look up his channel and see what he's all about?
I'm completely stumped, just like all of you. I have no clue what's going on. Oh, I didn't update the schedule? Okay, let me fix that right now.
And here comes his stupid schedule.
Apparently I did not update the schedule.
Which you never do.
Poopsie.
Okay, and that lighting is horrible. And we can see this. Look at them snort packs. I'm calling them snort packs on his face. Look how disgusting they are, Phil. And look how red you are. Again, you were just completely hungover. And how does it feel that you're 43, but you look 70, but your dad is, in the 60s, I believe, but he looks like he's in his 50s? Like, how's that even possible that your old man looks younger, but then you look older? At best, yeah, exactly like Dapper said. It's like at best she was like 18 before they hook up. But I do know Phil reached out to her and talked to her and all that stuff, blah, blah. But her parents at the time did not approve it until she became 18. And then that's how they hooked up. Nah. Anthony Respion's not a detractor. He's not. He's from what to my understanding, he's a little shady to my understanding. But other than that, no, he's not a detractor. Phil said Phil has said multiple times. Yeah, exactly. She thinks 17 is an adult. No, Phil, that's still a minor. Once they reach 18, that is considered a young adult. But even still, Phil, if you're 20 and the person's 18, why are you gonna mess with somebody that young? I'm sorry, but shouldn't you wait at that time? Wait till she got like 21, 22. At least she would have been a full-grown adult. Like, good Lord, have mercy. Never had any clue about anything. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Believe me, Jesse, there's a lot of things when it comes to this dude. All things god awful. Sure. Exactly. His little hand-me-downs from his father. But again, still, his father has tried to help him out, Mad Cats. Actually, both his parents.
No.
Okay, Phil, you gonna say something? Or you just gonna keep looking at the screen?
All right, update it there and update it here. Sorry that I forgot to do this last night, but a good catch that we just figured out that I did it. I'm doing it right now before we even begin. Good stuff.
No, bad stuff. Alive, he couldn't. That's the funniest thing. Here's the funniest thing, Jesse. He claims to be Italian or part Italian, whatever. Most of the times I know, they know how to cook pretty much mostly pasta and stuff. This dude can't even cook pasta right. Again, how do you screw up spaghetti by adding too much sugar into the sauce? I still can't get over that part. Like, dude, I guarantee you, every Italian that saw when we made spaghetti were just like raging, but fish raging, guns, fire, and all this stuff. You know how people are like to rage, fire, fish blood. Let me calm down because I'm studying my goddamn words. But pretty much, I know every time was like shunned, raising because it's like raging. Because it's like, really, dude, how do you screw up spaghetti that bad? 11-year difference is 11-year difference. It's still wrong. Here's the thing, Mad Cats. Again, if she was, let's say, 21 and he was just turning 31, then it wouldn't be such a bad thing because at least they're both grown adults. But again, he was 28 and she was 17 at the time. Yeah, exactly. Sugar Kool-Aid.
It's called.
Rainbow, even I can cook spaghetti. It's not hard to do. And again, is my spaghetti authentic as true Italians? No, but it's just how I make it. And that's all I can. I can admit. Can confirm. When I first saw the video, I was screaming, yeah. When I saw that video too, Dab, I'm like, yeah, this dude is a PDF file. He is, and the fact of it is, a groom at the same time. I'm sorry, but this is just me. My girlfriend, she's older than me. If I was still single, I'm only gonna date girls that are either 5 years younger than me or a little bit older. But other than that, no, 5 years is my cutoff.
Okay, got it. All right, so now this.
And mind you, I'm 38. I'll be 39 in April.
Schedule is updated everywhere. Sorry that it was outdated, but now it is up to speed and correct.
Okay. Autistic spaghetti. Well, that's what Phil made. That's what he made. Autistic spaghetti. Even though I was trying to say authentic spaghetti, but that's what we call autistic spaghetti that Phil made.
Funny, it is $10. Are you ready for $10?
Phil, stop that.
Here it comes.
Of course, he has to use the Pikachu meme. No surprise there.
And this is the soundtrack for it too. He says, here is a few Monopoly bucks. There you go. Mr. Monopoly money for me. Thank you so much. You're not funny.
Why did he hold on for Dirge for so long? Because he saw kindred spirits. Here's the sad part about it, Jesse. He admitted that both him and Panda Lee were watching, was showing, I want to say this, softcore prawns to his audience. I mean softcore prawns, not the hardcore stuff, but the softcore stuff. And again, that's another reason why people had a problem with them. 30% pasta sauce in my blood. I meant spaghetti, but that too. I gotta go back to exactly. He can't even cook ramen soup right. Yes, I remember that, Mad Cats. I still can't go with the fact of how you even screwed that one up. Oh, I'm Italian, and when DS put too much sugar in the spaghetti, I had to leave. I'm sorry, Anthony. I apologize because that was ridiculous. Again, I'm not Italian. I'm pretty much mostly urban, a quarter Cuban, as well as got some Panamanian blood in me. But when I saw him did that, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Hey, what's up, Junebert? How you doing there? Fox, what's up? What's up? What's up, Greedy Piggy? Chicky Chong Wang style spaghetti. It was a total, yes, it was. It was, Jesse.
For the Monopoly money. I appreciate that. This is my favorite song of all time. It's pretty hardcore, actually. Keep in mind, this is from the same exact music. This is the Roland.
Adding a small bit of cinnamon is better for the sauce. Ditto with nutmeg. I might have to try that.
Music.
See how that
tastes. How wide and different that it is. Sometimes you get the dubstep. Sometimes you get the more chill R&B stuff. Sometimes you get this like epic, like almost orchestral music. Do we tip our haircutters in America? Yes, we're supposed to. Oh.
Which you definitely don't.
Oh, Ty Nice Lab, thanks for the super chat, by the way. Let me get that on the leaderboard.
And again, Philip, I'm going to leave this one last time because I need to stop talking about his hair. But Phil, again, just shave your head. I don't care how you grow your hair out, how much you try to grow your hair out. It's lopsided because, again, thanks to Icy Tempest, one side, technically his right side, our left. You see how far back that's still going compared to his other side? Again, Philip, once those corners start going, the bald reaper's got you. So just shave the doggone thing because we know you're not going to do anything about it.
Okay. All right, so very shortly, we're going to get set up and start with Expedition 33. We've had a nice chill hangout. Thanks for hanging out.
Also, by the way, there's going to be a couple games I'm going to cover in this, but not all of them.
Now, I hope you'll stick around and hang out with me for Expedition 33. It's a great game, and we're in the end game. Most challenging fights are coming up on the entire game. But I would like for you guys to hang out while I'm there, playing the game rather than it just be about me playing it.
Oh my God, Mad Cats! Don't remind me of the gas station sushi. That sushi looks super old, disgusting, nasty. I'm surprised he didn't get food poison out of that. Like, dude, he could have gotten something way better than that. If you want to get sushi, go to an actual decent Chinese place, not a gas station place where they give you crap. Like, come on, dude.
Certainly, if you could support the stream today, please do. Claire Obscure, sadly, is the one stream
not
doing great. All the other games that I'm currently playing have been doing great. Pokemon consistently does great. Arc Raiders is doing great.
Hey, greedy piggy. I think his barber might be Cat. I think it might be Cat when she cut his hair.
Street Fighter did great on Friday. You know what I mean? RimWorld is consistently doing great. Everything's fine. The only game that sadly isn't just doing well is Expedition 33, and that sucks. Like,
Really? Is it because the gameplay is great, or it's just you begging all the time? I believe it's the latter, him begging all the time.
I want to finish the game, I want to see Simon and everything, but it sucks.
If he was Italian, he'd be in the kitchen all the time making pasta. And here's the funniest thing, Mad Cats, if he was, he would still mess up the pasta. That's how bad he is. Guga did a video 2 days ago where he tried all this Chinese food. I did see that. And the funniest thing, what I love about Guga, he tries to really be authentic with his stuff. And the fact of it is, that's one of the reasons he's one of the greats. Because I've seen a couple of videos where he's went to what was it, Italy, and tried their foods. And he's been to a couple of places where they showed on his other channels, from regular Guga. Then you have obviously had sous vide everything, and then Guga Foods, which is mostly him grilling stuff. But I trust his content more than Phil does. You can blame his mother for the fact that she's the one combing his hair. Yeah, exactly. Oh, she was 6 till you was 16. My mother was not combing my hair till I was 16. By the time I turned, I want to say 10, that's when I started, brushing my own hair, because my father made sure of that. But I was brushing my own hair by the time I was turning 10. Like, no, dude, like, stop that. Why would you even admit that, Phil? Like, that's some information you just kept to yourself. Okay, you can't get something better than sushi at Walmart. Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm a sushi fan, but still, if I'm going to get some cheap sushi, then yeah, I'll try something at Walmart. Again, not the gas station. I bet when Mom combed his hair, she gave, yeah, she probably did. Hey, Jay, how you doing there? Sushi is just raw fish wrapped in a sticky rice. It is. But here's the thing. Greedy Piggy. You know, it's raw fish. You have to be careful. And this is the one reason why I'm surprised Phil to get food poison. When it comes to fish, especially raw fish, if it has a smell or if it's like sticky, toss it out. Don't even trust it, because at that point you're risking getting food poison. And like I said, again, I'm surprised he and Kat didn't get food poison from that stuff. Publix or Whole Foods sushi is better. Oh, I think you mean public. Public or Whole Foods. Sushi is better. And yes, I know Whole Foods is kind of like a snoot rep. Yeah. Whole Foods, I'm aware, but I don't hold them. I don't hold anything against them because, again, I don't really shop at that place. Phil has zero shame and self-aware. That is true. Interesting, you said that you aren't supposed to tip the person that exactly. That, again, Phil has a habit of putting his own foot in his own mouth.
Let's go. Support the stream. Hit that.
You do that ever again, Phil, I'll break that finger off.
There is no goal. There's still no goal, and there never will be a goal.
No, there's still goals there, Philip. If that's the case, then why don't you take the king's tax or the king's tax off completely? If it's no goal, take that nonsense off. Stop expecting people to send you $150 per stream, because if that's the case, you still got goals, buddy.
There is no goal. All right? There's levels of success, but there's no goal.
There's love of success, but there is no goal. There's no goal, but the success, you're still having goals, bud.
You understand?
I said before, Phil is digging his own hole, and he's again, Mad Cats. I said this plenty times before, and I'll say it here. Phil is the kind of person now go into the kitchen, look around, pull the pot out, an empty pot, don't put nothing in it, put on top of the stove, turn the stove on, walk away, and in 15 minutes saying, "Why did I smell smoke?" Because he seemed to forgot he left the pot on.
What?
He did, Anthony. He actually did.
Never a sheriff. That's not. What? My dad was never a sheriff. That's not correct.
Phil, you did say that. Now, so you got a retcon. You did say your father was a sheriff, but then again, let me hear him try to retcon this crap.
I don't know what you're talking about. My dad was never a sheriff. My dad was a justice of the peace. He was not a sheriff.
Justice of the peace. Okay, Phil. So was he in law enforcement or not? Because you did say he was in law enforcement, but now you're saying he's a justice of the peace. It's either yes, he was a sheriff, or not, he was a sheriff. It's one of the two. We are highly aware that he was in the military. I believe in the Marines, I want to say. And even still, that I doubt your dad's going to be his dishonest about what he works at. But knowing you, Phil, you lie so much we don't know when you're telling the truth. Yeah, he's gay. He's gay. This man loves dick. No gold means no reward for you. Exactly. But for me, hey, Squirrely, how you doing there? He did. He still parts of people's personality and use them as he does. He's the type of person that, like, so let's say, for example, let's say if he were to follow Ackman, he'll take bits and pieces of Ackman and try to imply it to himself, which is actually quite pathetic. Levels of success isn't the goal to reach the peak of success. Therefore, there are exactly. He's still detective. You hit it right on the nail. He still has goals. He just has it wrapped up in a different way. Detractor should pull out the video where he's exactly. Here's the funny thing. I know I can find it, but I'll have to do it a little bit later on today, or actually tomorrow. I'm gonna do it 1 or 2. Well, no, tomorrow because I got more time because I'm off the weekend. But yeah, he did say his father was a sheriff. Again, when it comes to Phil, he looks to retcon things. It's called Ecolana. Again, I apologize that, but I know I'm saying it wrong. It's a huge sign of a severe autism, because basically it's a person trying to copy. Oh, I never knew that. Interesting. I'm going to look more into that, Dapper. You actually gave me something to look into. Yes, Anthony, he retcons every single thing. Like, prime example, he kept retconning W Champion, saying he never played it, or he played it a long time in the past, but has stopped playing a long time ago, until he did the interview with Side Scrolls, and then he mentioned, yeah, I still play W Champions, but then later on with Kino Casino, yeah, I still play W Champions, but I sold the account. So it's like, Phil, we know you still playing W Champions because, again, it's still tied to that email.
Well, then I misspoke. He's never been a sheriff. Like I said, he's been a justice of the peace, not a sheriff.
You said he was a sheriff, so now you're saying you misspoke?
There's a troll wiki. Oh, well, that's because they're retarded.
Ecolana. Ecolana. Okay, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn it.
I've been a creator on the internet. There might be one video where I said the wrong thing, right? I meant to say justice of the peace, and somehow I said my dad was the sheriff, right?
Okay, so you admit that you said that.
Screwed it up. they'll document that the one time I said that in 17 years, and they'll say, oh, see, so Phil's dad was a sheriff, and they'll put it on a wiki, and they'll talk about it in videos, and they'll make all this content about it. It's like, wait, what?
Because again, fella, when it comes to you, you love to give out a decent amount of information and then try to retcon it each and every time. You don't keep your stories consistently as the same. You always change it up. And it's just like Iviga said in this stream, well, I want to say last night or the other day, if Jaha would have popped in my stream and explained what really went on, I'll believe his story more than yours.
Huh? What are you talking about? What is a justice of the peace? A justice of the peace is someone who can perform certain actions, like they can legally marry people if the people present the legal criteria to be married.
What? Did you just make this up, or did you look a wiki on it?
Okay, so if, you know, two people go and get the marriage license and get all the stuff to prove that they're actually American citizens and stuff like that, then they can present that information to a justice of the peace, and they can say, okay, I verified that all the information here is correct, that you two want to create this legal contract that you're going to be married, blah, blah, blah. They draft, they would draft up that contract and, witness them signing it and then say, okay, you're officially married.
Squirrel, yes, to a certain extent. Like, for example, there are a couple things when it comes to me and my channel. I take a couple ideas from, again, let's say Vigs, Ice, a couple things, but not every single thing. Like one or two things. Like, for example, when Ice says stay locked on, I end up actually saying stay on target, because again, that's just how I say it. Again, it's just a bit of an idea, but again, it's not anything I'm trying to take away from Ice. That's just how I do it.
And then some justice of the peace go further than that.
Oh, Rainbow, please put it in the chat here.
They'll actually do like actual marriage services. Like they'll show up to your house at your marriage, and they'll actually.
I had a courtroom wedding, and it took about 20 minutes. There's nothing wrong with that, Dap. But the actual sad part about it is Phil had one too with Kat.
Read you the actual, do you take so and so? Do you take so and so?
Actually, that's what I think he is, Dap. I mean, not Dap. Mad Cats. He probably did that.
Okay, I now pronounce.
What's up, Lewis?
The power invested in me by the state. They'll do stuff like
that.
So that's what the justice of the peace does.
Justice of the peace. What up, zombie fan? How you doing, brother?
Why did I remove the goals? Did something happen? Everyone got tired of them and said that they were obnoxious and says that I was too pushy about hitting them.
No. Here we go. Another retcon. Ooh, Rainbow. Thank you very much. Let's take a look at this really quickly. Yeah. Oh, would you look at that, chat? Ecolana. I know I'm butchering the name. I apologize. But is the repetition of vocalizing made by another person. When repeating it by the same person is called fill out. I definitely get back to the way I could say things. It's called fill-alana, but it's profound form in automatic or effortless. It's one of the. I do apologize, Chad. You know, I'm also going to have to start try to get certain TTS to read this stuff out, because good Lord have mercy, there's a lot of stuff I had to get to it. I mean, a lot of stuff I had to say. And again, that's just me. It's a stuttering problem. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to make sure of that, chat. But I'm going to leave it here, chat, right here. And if anybody wants to screenshot this, please do. But thanks to Rainbow for giving us information, because this gives me an idea of maybe this is what Phil is. Ecolana. I know, Greedy Piggy. I know. Give me time. I'm going to learn the word. And actually, thanks to Google, you have a way to. Actually, thanks to Google, it's a way of actually saying the word so you can actually pronounce the word better. I'm going to work on it. I promise that. Allegedly, I don't think he's. No, he is legally married. No, he is legally married in the state of Seattle. Not Seattle. I'm sorry, not Seattle. In Connecticut, because him and Kat flew back because it was oh, my parents are dying arc, and when that's reality, he got married over there. So no, he is legally married. But again, Chad, thanks to Rainbow, this is what it means. Again, I'm going to learn how to say this word properly. But let's get back to this stuff, because we got a lot of content cover.
A lot of people said that the entire streams became more about raising the funds to hit the goal than making content. So after the Asmongold interview, when I got a big bump in support, I said we will abolish the goals, and we did. And haven't.
No, Phil. The reason why you want to abolish the goals is, one, yes, you got a nice big old rub from Asmongold. Two, Asmongold brought it up, and you decided you wanted to, to put, all of a sudden end the goals. But you really didn't end the goals. You just wrap up in a different way.
Brought them back. It's been almost 2 months now. And
no, Seattle is No, I mean, yeah, you're right. Seattle is the city. I meant the state of Washington. I'm sorry.
Of course, all my haters and detractors say, well, no, it's baloney. They're going to come back. There's no possible way that he would stop that and stop doing the goals. But I'm not. We're not doing them.
You're still doing the goals. Hey, Phil, you want to prove that you're no longer doing the goals? Take the King's taxes off, and then that way you can actually prove you're not doing goals no more.
And we have ups and downs. We have some streams that are better, some streams that are worse, some streams where we far exceed what I used to ask for as a goal, and some streams are far under what I used to ask for as a goal, and it's fine. As long as overall things are going well and well supported and there's positivity and engagement, then it's all good. And it has.
In other words, as long as I'm making money, then that's all that counts.
So there's no reason to bring that stuff back.
It did not, Jesse. The run from Asmongold only lasts, what, 2 weeks tops? Maybe 3?
Isn't. I feel like this is much like the change.
Much like the change.
If you remember correctly, here's what happened. I used to always put out 15-minute to 30-minute videos.
Yeah, you put 15 to 20 to 30-minute videos, and you put multiple a day. When I mean like a day, chat, I'm talking like somewhere between like 5 to 6 to 7 to 10 videos a day. Way too much.
It was never a video longer than 30 minutes on DSP Gaming. And I got a million complaints about it. Everyone said your videos are too long. We want.
No, that wasn't the case. Your audience will tell you post on too many videos at one time.
Excuse me. Your videos are way too short. You're putting out too many, and therefore there's way too many.
No. You are correct. You was putting out too many at one point in time. Too many for one day.
Ads on your channel. Our inboxes get flooded with video notifications if we subscribe to your channel. Okay, so we don't like this, and we want you to make longer videos.
No, that is true, because I remember Iviga saying this when he first was starting to get into, not the attractive, but when he first started to get on YouTube, when he was a fan of Phil. And now I'm talking about Phil when Iviga was like naive to Phil. There was plenty of times where he was looking at Phil, and his feed would get flooded with Phil's videos that was recently made, and that annoyed him to the point that he actually that annoyed Iviga that we had to unsub, which I don't blame him for. Yes, he does that. He loves to bring up detractors. YouTube should be charging him for Squirrel. Here's the thing. If YouTube were to do that, then there's a lot of people that would get that too. So I'd be careful. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see him get charged, but it's one of the situations where it's going to be across the board. The dream of the 90s is alive. Yes. Oh, wow. Still in Portland. Oh, ooh. I might have to visit Portland one of these days. That's up, Lewis. You're still playing Final Fantasy 7? That's what's up.
And I always said, no, I'm not going to do that. Then YouTube erroneously shut down my channel because of a technical glitch with Google Plus, which doesn't exist anymore. Okay.
No, the reason why your channel got shut down because you told your audience to click on the ads.
Okay. During that time frame when they did that, I said, well, since everything
What's up, March Champion? The whole highs and lows with his contribution is bull. When you have to also remember the days of of his low support when he nearly dropped the game, especially before let's go back way back when he said that $50 was more than enough for him to continue playing the game. Remember how many times he kept saying that, and when he didn't reach 50, he was ready to rage quit the game over that.
I'm just gonna start doing hour-long videos because this is what people have always asked for. Okay, so I did. And since then, I never changed back. Now, the truth is,
ain't nothing wrong with that, Rainbow.
An actual dip in support. I should say not support, but a dip in ad revenue since I did that. Why? Because even though YouTube has an hour-long video, they don't play as many ads.
Dapper, that's an interesting question right there. I have no idea how long he's been getting away with this. Again, there's a reason why he has the pig's luck, because with the amount of stuff he's done, he should be yeeted off of YouTube.
That's an hour-long video as they would have done if you gave 4 15-minute videos. That's just the truth. Anytime you think of it this way. 4 15-minute videos, you're guaranteed to get an ad.
Retcon didn't get mad. Yeah, exactly. That's the funniest thing. He gets retcon and he gets mad about it.
An hour-long video on YouTube. So because of that, my ad revenue dipped significantly when I made my videos longer. But I used the situation where already things were messed up and I couldn't do things on DSP Gaming because of the stupid glitch. Okay.
No. Once again, you told people to click on the ads. That's why you got into huge amounts of trouble, and that's the reason why you want your original channel got banned. And that's the funniest thing, Chad. If somebody's channel gets banned and you make another channel, that's called ban evasion. But yet somehow another, Phil has got away with this scot-free.
Okay. I said now's the time.
Not scot-free, but he's gotten away with it.
That I'll make this change that everyone has asked for. Okay. So the same situation with the Asmongold interview. Things were up. Views.
Oh, I know. Trust me, Anthony, that's coming.
Views were up. Engagement was up. Support was up. Everyone was looking at me positively again.
He did, Jesse. He did.
This is the case. Here's what we'll do. Let's just use this opportunity to say, since everyone hates the goals, we'll just abolish them and not use them anymore.
No, Phil, once again, you didn't abolish those. You just wrap up in a different form. Again, you got called out because of Asmongold, and I'll give Asmongold that. Even though Asmongold dropped the ball, but he did have some interesting points.
You know? And since then, I've been good. I literally have been good. Like I said, there are streams that are down. Notably, these Expedition 33 streams have been my slower streams when it comes to engagement and support, and that sucks.
Yes, said that before.
Things are great. So as long as that's the balance that we have, then we're all good. Obviously, I wouldn't like to have that. I'd like to have every stream be good, but I don't think that that's humanly possible, to be honest with you.
So, in other words, you want every stream where people give you $150, everybody's talking about the game, everybody's engaged in all this stuff. Pretty much, this is what you want in a nice, sunny way. The whole month, let's say the whole month of February, people give you all this stuff. Phil, by the time it goes into March, people are going to be completely tapped out.
I just don't think so.
It does not work like that.
Blow up and become a viral hit like an Asmongold level, how on earth would every stream I ever put out be insanely profitable? It's just
Phil, you nearly had the opportunity years ago when you first started, and then we had another chance for a second chance with side scrolls. You pissed that away. When you link up with Kino Casino, you pissed that away too. So again, Phil, you had multiple chances to actually make a, I wouldn't say return, but an actual rebound, as I would call it. Not a big one, but at least a decent one. But again, you couldn't do that.
Not going to happen. You know, just in reality, normal business.
The goals are used as a black. Exactly, it's just blackmail.
Again, as long as you have more ups than downs or all evens out, then you're fine. So,
well, that too, Rainbow. His house is quite filthy. Again, we saw that roach climb on top of him.
We're done with that. We're done.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on to the next one because he's just talking about the goals. And oh boy, here we go. This is going to be a long one.
That's considered as fan.
All right, buckle up, chat. This is going to be a long one.
Who I guess felt slighted because I guess they either wanted attention or something. I guess they thought there was some kind of a transaction or a interaction I had with them that I treated them poorly. They quit my community and they made an account called DSP Cult Leader.
Wait, what? Hold on, let's go back because there's a lot I just missed there. Actually, let's go back a little further, chat. I do apologize. Oh, wait, did Duty cut out? Oh, he did cut out the intro. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. You want 300 a day? Oh, so exactly. He always wants 300 a day. Do you have to be some sort of crazy to wake up every day and expect total strangers on the internet to give you exactly squirrel with the gun? That's what he expects. He expects people every day to just wake up and give him, again, $150 per stream and talk about this game, talk about that game, you know, the game that he's playing. And, you know, don't talk about anything else. Don't even talk about detractors. And anything Phil says is gospel. And what's up, BA? How you doing there? Happy Friday? Matter of fact, chat, happy Friday, everybody. It's the start of the weekend.
Address it very factually, very matter-of-factly from what just happened, okay? So we got a group of people, there you go.
Exactly, all the streams are profitable.
Basically can't get enough of Darkside Phil. They microanalyze every aspect of my life. They do it for a couple of reasons. For some people, they get entertainment out of it. For some people, they
okay, yes, it's entertainment because you are a train wreck, which we're all waiting to see how this train's going to derail.
Actually make money doing it. They actually have YouTube.
If I got 300 a month, I'd be floored. Maybe on my knees to think about this. Here's the thing, Dab. Even if I were to get, let's say, a month, I don't know, $5, I'd be grateful for that because at least somebody's giving me an opportunity, but somebody's giving me that hard-earned cash that they only have to give me. Again, give me $5, even $1, I'm gonna be so grateful over that.
Channels where they restream or they clip and they do toxic negative.
Don't worry, these are videos, but trust me, if it gets repetitive, I will be skipping.
Stuff, and they feel like they're getting big benefit out of doing it, right?
Exactly, Jesse. He treats his own fans like harshly.
Right?
Not only he expects us to give him money for him talking about games, he expects his audience to only talk about exactly BA.
Some of these people are just mentally cracked, while some of them make thousands upon thousands of dollars. Basically,
same here, Rainbow.
On the internet. What's funny about it is, it really doesn't have a negative effect on me in any way. Even though they have their own weirdo communities of people who stalk me and say toxic things, I just go on my merry way and do my own thing, and I'm good. I'm doing well. My streams do good. I get good support. Everything's fine. So it's not like these people are actually, like, hurting me in any way, but they act like they are. Phil,
number one, you stream not every day, but you stream 6 days a week. So when you stream, especially showing your face, we get to see what you look like, what you talk about, your background and stuff. That is you, Phil. That's what you're doing. So again, you're showing us a glimpse of how your life is actually going.
They think that their online bullying somehow gives them some kind of relevance on the.
again, Phil, it's not online bullying. It's just, again, me making fun of an idiot, just like many people done from Duty, from Ice, from Iviga, from many others. We're just here to make fun of an idiot.
Planet, when in reality it doesn't. All it does is it makes people who are, how can I say?
Yes, we do. We get a shout out.
They seek each other out and they have these weird social relationships.
Exactly. He does talk way too much. Just
these kind of relationships in real life, they're just not normal. This is not how normal people behave. They don't hyperfixate
oh,
on someone,
really?
stalk every aspect of their life, and basically bully them endlessly and then laugh about it in a group. That's the behavior of like a 5-year-old on a schoolyard. You know.
Why every time he compares us to freaking kids? Again, this is why I'm going to say he's definitely a pedophile in the closet. Besides him defending Derek, who's a confirmed pedophile, Phil, not in my opinion, but in a lot of people's eyes, he is a pedophile himself.
Group of bullies bullying some kid. It's not what adults do. And certainly it's not.
He did. He got so mad at both of them. He banned both of them, especially with King Be Cruel. We called him King Be Bitch, all because of the spoon rant.
Mature people do because they have busy things to do with their lives. You know, they have families, they have kids, they have.
Hey, what's up, Dark Side Ranter? How you doing there? If someone doesn't affect you, then you're not supposed to talk about it. Like the old saying goes, if you're number one, you don't acknowledge number two. That is very true.
Jobs, they have school, they have things they have to do.
Panda was 17.
It's constructive to them. They don't spend all of their time hyperfixating on others.
Why did he groom Panda? Zombie fan. I can give you a good answer. PDF file. That's what Phil is. And that's why.
The outside, because they're so busy with their own lives.
And I'm sorry, chat. I'm going to say this right here. Again, I am currently with somebody and I'm happy with, but if all of a sudden I see a nice young lady, if I get the chance, I'll talk to, okay, fine. But once she says, oh yeah, I'm 17, I'm like, okay, hey, listen, I got to take care of something. I wish you're a beautiful rest of your day. Keep it moving. No, that is a minor. And the fact of it is that he still knew that she was 17. He still talked to her and still wanted to hook up with her. Again, that makes him a PDF file.
But this group of people don't have their own lives. Their life is sitting eternally on the internet, hating on people. Okay?
So you're trying to sit here and say that, for example, use me, that I sit on the internet 24/7 hating on you? No, Philip, I'm not on the internet 24/7. Majority of times I'm either at work, or I'm at home doing stuff, or, just going about my life, spend time with my girlfriend, stuff like that. It's one of those. That's what I be doing, Phil. Other than that, no, I don't think about you. And matter of fact, yesterday, or should I say last night, when you was doing your night stream, I didn't even, I was on Iviga's stream, thanks to him. I really wasn't paying attention to you that much. I just had it in the background just because I wanted to give Iviga some views. That was the only reason why. Other than that, Phil, the only time I really pay attention to you is besides your podcast, or if you're playing a multiplayer game such as COD or Street Fighter because of the Assault. Other than that, I don't really think about you.
Some of these people probably don't just fixate on me, but fixate on a few different people who they bounce between every day and laugh at, making fun of, despite the fact that their lives are absolutely miserable.
Chat, let me ask you all a question. I realize that miserable that we gotta make fun of this fool, because my life is pretty good. Now, is it the best? No, but is it way worse than his? Absolutely not. From a guy who acts like a 5-year-old, yeah, exactly. Who knows why he did it? Well, that's the thing I said, Squirrel with the Gun, because he's a PDF file. Why does DSP defend Derek? Because, again, he's a PDF file. PDF files will defend other PDF files. It's quite sad.
So why do I bring this up? Well, as you could see, it just happened, right? These people do what they can to try to interject into the content. Here we go again. To try to interject into my life. And for the most part, I found ways to basically just move on and ignore it. Doesn't affect me at all. At this point,
Phil, you are a public figure. Guess what? Whenever you go online making content, whatever it's streaming, making videos, stuff, etc., you are a public figure, just like how I am a public figure now. Again, I may not show my face, but people can easily recognize my voice. It's not difficult.
To be honest, I'm bulletproof to this shit. It just doesn't have any kind of control. But
Phil is the only lolcow I bother with. The only other person, that's only because I've been on his train for 12 years. Oh, wow. So you know about the Lord way more than I, Dab. I know you've been watching this dude for 12 years. I only found out Phil about what? Actually, I've been learning about Phil for the past 3 to 4 years. And that's thanks to, again, Rich, when Rich had a sound mind before he lost it. But between him, Duty, and a few other people, that's how I learned about Phil. Exactly, Duncio. How you doing there? Exactly. Every single day. My life is crap, but making fun of Phil is still something to do while relaxing before and after. Exactly. What you was with the Sons of Kojima? Dapper, just give us a little info. How exactly were they? Were they exactly that bad in the back in the day, or was that exaggerated? Because I'm actually curious.
Every once in a while, things sadly either do affect stuff, and I have to bring them up and explain what's going on or why. And then people are like, "Well, why are you bringing up the trolls?" Right? Or in the case in point of this person who literally has like 10 accounts on Kick and just drops gifted subs left and right with supposedly insulting names on them.
And how would you know that, Philip?
People are like, well, number one, why does that happen on your stream? And number two, you know, are you going to bring it up? Do you ignore it? What do you do? Right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what, chat? Hold up. I'll be right back. I'm going to need an energy drink for this because I can tell this is going to be completely stupid. I will be right back. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes, chat. I'm back. Sorry, but like I said, I just had to get something. I had to get an energy drink, chat, because again, when it comes to Phil, he's about to go into a long loop, and it's gonna drive me up wall, just like it's gonna drive you guys up wall. And matter of fact, chat, I recommend you getting something. Listen, if you want to get an energy drink, go for it. Coffee. If you gotta get weed, alcohol, be responsible with it, but get it because you're gonna need it because Phil is about to go into a long loop.
Well, in this case particularly, I can tell you, Kick has a problem. Kick has a problem where even if you ban someone, they could still contribute to your stream. Now, does that make any sense? No. On YouTube, if you get banned, can you contribute to someone's stream? No.
Oh, you wasn't that? But still, though, you must know something about them.
But Kick is stupid. Kick is kind of playing catch up with everyone else. Not to say that they're not a good streaming service. They are.
Sorry, chat.
But they have these loopholes. I mean, hell, they had a loophole where people could use the channel points to say things on your channel when they were banned. It's just so dumb. So this is a loophole in their system. Will they eventually patch it? I don't know. For them, maybe they just want more money. Remember, they get a little cut of everything, so maybe they just want more money, and they figure this is the way.
So, in other words, you're going to take a shot at Kick because, number one, what you will hope that once they get banned, they can no longer send you money. That's the one thing you hope for, just how YouTube does. The thing is, chat, in YouTube, once you get banned, you can't send nobody a super chat, nothing. In Kick, you can still do that in their ways of sending, what is it, kicks or something like that? I forget the actual term. Not kicks, subs, whatever, how you can still send them that way. And that's what Phil has a problem with.
To make it, I don't know.
First time I heard of Phil was when he was charging $100 for a burger. I thought it was somebody. Oh yeah, I know that. I know which burger that was. He was doing that.
But for me, if I don't have pop-ups for Kick, right? If people who contribute on Kick
it was wild
on the screen.
Like I said, loopholes. Luho, Shadamagu, that was all cool. They were all cool. It was mostly Fred who lost his damn mind, even when he was pretty chill at the start. But the Snortex isn't. Yeah, it isn't. Same thing with some other people. There's a couple other cats that are not detractors, but have gotten to the vortex, and a couple of them had to pull this out like, hey man, it's going to get crazy. You may want to take a break. They will still do it until they finally took a break. And these same people that don't do content, I'm talking about people I actually saw in real life, but I tell them, take a break from this stuff because it can get overwhelming.
Likely they're going to feel left out. They're going to feel like, well, that's not fair. Why don't I get credit for my contribution? So it's a choice of all or nothing. Either it's a choice of all or nothing, including legit supportive people and trolls, or no pop-ups pop up, and therefore no one will ever get credit for this stuff, right? So I've chosen essentially the I guess lesser of two evils. I would much rather have everyone get credit.
You much rather have everyone get credit
rather than no one get credit, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why I just kind of put up with it, right? But then the question is, do I address it? Do I ignore it? Right? How do I handle it? And
Phil, majority of times you do respond to it. It's either like, thanks for the money, dummy, or thanks such and such. Oh yes, that's a nice, little super chat you said it, but guess what? I'm not gonna read it. Like, for example, oh god, what was that one person's name? Okay, I'll use it for example. I know I'm paraphrasing, but a big stupid asshole. Phil read that out, and because it was making fun of you, Phil, because you are a big stupid asshole. Guess what? They still read it. I mean, you still read it.
And this has been an ongoing question ever since.
Kick takes 5% of the cut, so why would their audience? Oh, see there, I forgot about that. Kick does take a little bit of a cut, not a huge amount, but still, though, when it comes to that detective, no matter what, even if it's a small cut, he still wants them to send him money.
It started on the internet.
Even if somebody sends $1, if they take, let's say 5%. Let's say out of that dollar, Kick takes only 5 cents out of that. Phil get 95 cents. He'll still want to take 95 cents. So he'll still want the whole dollar.
When I first started facing this online bullying and harassment way back when, my very first, I guess, person who really was upset with me and started trolling me was actually a former, I guess, fan.
Hold on, he's about to loop this. He's about to retcon this crap here again. Name something in Minecraft that isn't going on. See, when it comes to Minecraft, I've never played it, so that's gonna be a tough one for me. No, he does, Squirrel. He does stay at night till about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, drunk tweeting and all that stuff. Because whenever he wakes up, you can see that he's hungover, especially with his little snort packs on his face. You can see he's clearly hungover or still drunk. And big up, Duns. How you doing? How you feeling, my man? Wait, remember in December, a viewer said about charging money to open a advent calendar? I was thinking, advent calendar. I was thinking to stop giving him the ideas. Thankfully, he did. Oh, wow. I didn't even know about it. Actually, hold up. Really? That happened to you, Squirrel? You got to give me a little bit more, context with that. I didn't know that happened over there. You say he is leaving because of the drama. Phil does not take the hint. Exactly.
Who, I guess, felt slighted because I guess they either wanted attention or something. I guess they thought there was some kind of a transaction or an interaction I had with them that I treated them poorly. They quit my community.
They don't lie.
Called DSP Cult Leader. Okay? Then they actually legitimately started making troll posts and videos.
And by the way, PD, how you doing there?
DSP is actually not a gamer. He's a cultist. He's trying to have a cult of children on the internet that he's trying to brainwash and follow him.
Actually, Phil, almost correct, but let's correct that. It's not kids mostly, it's people that are disabled that follow you. But yeah, you're pretty much on point because you are a cult leader. You are the Jim Jones of your community.
Now, when you say that, that sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? It sounds pretty wild.
Definitely take your time, Duns. PT, oof, I wish you the best, brother. I really do.
But people, back then, that was the first.
What do you mean, Sniggles, A-Log, and DSP? Are you serious, Red? Like that fool again? Can't Sniggle just disappear from the internet for good? I can't stand that dude.
Real, true group of detractors that I.
Yeah, it was around December. It was December. If Phil got a real. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to look at that one too, there, Squirrel. Like, good Lord have mercy.
Ever had, although we didn't call them
parasitic weirdos.
For the most part, guess what we did? Laugh.
Jesus Christ, Red. Again, for For those who don't know who Sneeko is what I like to call a horror cow. That dude is a piece of shit. And a major piece of shit.
Everyone in my community laughed at it. We didn't pay any attention or any mind. Every once in a while, we would point it out. There would be a comment on a video, and we'd laugh at it, and you know, what an idiot. And we would just move on.
I was referring to DSP thinking if he banned someone, that kick should prevent him from giving gifted subs to him. It makes zero sense on the platform. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Detective. The worst thing I did was to go down Phil's rabbit hole. Squirrel with the gun. That's all of us here. Because now that majority of us have gone down this rabbit hole, it's hard to climb out of it because we're just curious of how this is going to end. Wait, have you ever played? No, I actually have not. I'm actually have to try to look into it. There's a couple games I do want to eventually get around to play, but that one I definitely want to get into. Sonic J, when it comes to Sneeko, he's more than a cluck. He's more than that. He's way more than that.
But that's because at that point, that was before there was this giant internet movement.
Wait, PD. I got a question for you. How can you stay watching Cyrex? Of all people, I tried to watch him a little bit and I had to tap. I'm like, no, this is way too much when it comes to Cyrex. Like, the dude is mentally insane. Well, obviously he is mentally insane, but the dude does not be in the internet. He needs to be locked up in the nut house with the white straitjacket. That dude is completely unhinged. Exactly, Squirrel with the gun. He is a car crash. You just can't stop watching. Sonic. Yeah. Okay. Chat, for those who may not know, I'm going to give a quick history. Sneeko, another reason why Sneeko is such a piece of shit is he actually sat there and let people plow his girlfriend in front of him and thought that was cool. He really thought that was cool. What makes it even worse besides that, he defended the movie Cutie, saying it's one of the best movies of all time. I'm not joking. He literally said it was one of the best movies of all time. He watched it a lot.
Called This Is How You Don't Play, which basically made it cool and hip to make fun of Dark
Oh, how's the game going, Lewis?
So it was easy to ignore it. It wasn't the norm. It wasn't a big deal, nor was there a group of huge, obsessed people who were following me. Okay? So as the years moved on, things changed. As we all know, the This Is How You Don't Play movement did happen, and I reacted poorly. My reaction to that, instead of laughing at it or with it, was to get angry. How dare these people steal my content? How dare they make these videos about me? This is not fair. They didn't use, it's not fair use, and they didn't get my permission, and blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me speed him up here. I know he's at 1.2, but he's taking too long. Go to 1.5.
My attitudes have completely changed over the years, but back then, that was my initial reaction, and so the internet reacted appropriately to that, saying, oh, so this guy thinks his shit doesn't stink and thinks that he's above reproach and no one can criticize him.
Phil, the way your behavior is, yes, you think your shit doesn't stink, and that's the reason I call your ass out, because, again, we're trying to correct your lies.
Screw this guy, he sucks. And the entire internet's attitude toward me changed, except for my hardcore fan base. So,
because majority of people attitude changed because you drove them away.
Although I retained enough of a viewership to keep going and maintain a business, the whole...
Phil, you start up with thousands of viewers, and now you're down to what, 150, 100? Matter of fact, yesterday, chat, he was down to 130 at the most.
Major feeling toward me by the internet.
Oh, geez, Jupiter is nasty. Oh, goodness. Jupiter, is that another lolcow, or is that a hard cow, chat?
Internet was toxic and negative rather than positive. Instead of people being along for the ride, laughing at the joke of the content.
Didn't Evil AJ 2010 start This Is How You Don't Play? I think so. Anthony. I could be wrong, but he did start his This Is How You Don't Play early on. It was between him and somebody else. Oh god, there's another group that had done it. This Is How You Don't Play. I'm forgetting their names.
That I was putting out. They were instead saying, "Oh, it's no longer good. I won't watch Dark Side Phil anymore. Instead, I'll just go."
Moby is one of the worst ones out there. The guy thinks nothing about content. Oh god.
Watch the This Is How You Don't Play highlight, so we can all laugh at him, and he gets nothing out of it. He doesn't benefit from it, right?
Again, Phil, just to make fun of you.
And that lasted a while. Admittedly, all right, it did. I didn't go and buy into it like I should have. I didn't really participate in it in a positive way. All right.
Yeah, never did. Each and every time somebody make fun of you, you got mad, and either A, you find a way to get the video taken down, or you send your little super puppy to handle that.
Then over the years, I grew up. I matured. I became an
King Duke. Who's King Duke? Zach, I never heard that person before.
interactive streamer. And really, that's kind of when things changed. When I started actually just hanging out with the audience every day and having a good time and having conversation, rather than it being me offline, making a video, uploading it, and hoping that you consume it, it was us hanging out together every day, kind of making the content together, if that makes sense. Having that social interaction changed everything. And now we're going on 9 years that I've been an interactive streamer. I absolutely love it way more than what I did offline before. I really...
Phil, you hate talking to people online. You hate talking to them offline. You said that plenty of times before. And here's the thing, you try to call your chat friends, but then turn around and say they're not friends, they're just people that come in and watch your content. So again, stop retconning.
I think that it's better content, it's more organic, it's actually more meaningful to the internet than me just sitting here playing a game, ignoring anyone who's in the chat, just doing, off-the-cuff commentary, which used to basically be way extreme, sexual comments and racial comments.
Which you still do. But let's not forget, buddy, you said, you remember the slave trade joke? You remember all the gay jokes you still make? Yeah, you still do it.
Just anything risque or offensive to get a rise out of my audience so people would talk about what DSP did today.
Oh, God. Chono and Rax also both got caught again. Again? Caught the same thing again? Good Lord have mercy.
Instead, it's more natural. When you watch my content today, you're getting the real Phil, as opposed to some character who I was trying to portray some over-the-top exaggeration in order to try to get you to laugh.
So, in other words, the real Phil's an asshole. Okay.
And so, things changed for the better. And over the last, 10 years, I have tried to evolve to become...
Anthony, I'm going to ask Ice that about... I'm going to ask Ice about that, because I think... If I'm not mistaken, I believe he said it in his stream. Oh God, I think he was just doing stuff and then he ran across Phil and that's how he ended up learning about Phil. Racist comments, not racial. I mean racist comments.
A better person and a better creator to learn to laugh at myself and my mistakes.
I do apologize because sometimes shit I do stutter my words and I'm trying to get better at not stuttering my words. I hate doing that.
To try to improve as a person. But what's happened is this audience who at one point were hyper-fixated on me because I was this full of myself, feeling like I was above reproach content creator, said, well, wait a minute. All these years we've been making fun of Phil. We've been getting views and popularity based off of it, but now he's changing, and that's not good for us, because that means that what are we going to make fun of now, right? What are we going to do? So what ended up happening was they would hyper-fixate on more nuanced stuff that really wasn't part of my content. Gee, I wonder what Phil spends his money on behind the scenes, mobile games and shit like that. Hey, I know, let's harass Phil's wife. That's a good idea. Someone who's...
Before he gets into his wife, Phil, when it came to your financial woes, we didn't look at him because we felt like it. You kept saying that, my bathroom was broke, my shower's broke, or this, that broke. Let's not get saved the house. You kept complaining that, guess what? If I don't have no money to pay my taxes, I'm gonna lose my house. I'm gonna lose this, I'm gonna lose that. And people kept sending you money, and then all of a sudden you spent your money on frivolous things, and people ask, where did the money go? And guess what? They end up banning them for no good reason. So yes, people started investigating to see what happened to the money, and that's how we learn about where that money went, where the money went to, thanks to the bank leaks. What's up, Lewis?
Not even part of his business or content. Let's find out stuff about...
Yes, the Hello Jew part. Let's not forget that one.
Her and try to...
Or stationary, you know what?
Harass her on the internet and say horrible things about...
Or Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what?
Her, right? That's what it's become now. Rather than it being actually based on, Phil's a bad actor online and we wish that he would get better and let's make fun.
You're not a bad actor. People believe you are a piece of shit. And number two, when it comes to your wife, unfortunately, she's collateral damage. Because again, when we make fun of her, because you have feature on your streams, it upsets you. So guess what? By us doing that, we're gonna keep doing it. If you don't want us to talk about Cat anymore, don't bring her up.
Of him, it's become.
And also, don't be so butthurt about it.
Let's just start horrible memes that maybe aren't even based anywhere factually in reality, but just pass them on and regurgitate them over and over until it becomes so normalized.
Phil, Cat is fat, not because we're making fun of her, because we think she's fat. She actually is fat because you fatten her up.
To bully Phil, that it's a joke. The bullying now is the joke. It's not even that Phil did something bad and we must call him to task for it, but instead, let's just make fun of him and all laugh at the joke together so we feel better about ourselves.
Yeah, exactly that. Arnold Schwarzenegger ninja, I'll say it that way. And yes, I am urban, but at the same time, I'm going to say it the way it should be said. Arnold Schwarzenegger ninja. Even though to actually properly say Arnold's last name, Schwarzenegger. But actually, no, Schwarzenegger. That's correct.
And of course, the people, again, who've been making the videos are now making tons of money off of this ridiculous bullying content that's...
She's robust.
Not based in reality.
She's tangy. She ain't zesty, but she's very good. Ask Soul about that one.
Now, it's gotten to such a point
Oh, Squirrel, I know. Don't get me wrong. Panda was, well, here's the thing. I'll give Panda a pass because Panda's quite young at the time, and she did try to battle the internet. But once she got away from Phil and literally decided to stay away from the internet, she improved with her life, from getting whatever type of job she got to getting married to being a mother. She's doing 10 times better. And you know what's even more crazy about it, Chad? She didn't blow up she did not blow up. She still got the same weight as she before. Now maybe she might gain a couple more inches on her weight. I mean, well, a bit more pounds on her weight, you could say, whichever you want to say. She still looks pretty good. She looks pretty good for her age.
Yeah, even if I bring up
where a cat on the other hand, not so much.
Anything about any of this at any point, people call it a crash out.
Because, Phil, you are crashing out. And get ready, Chad. He's about to say something so retarded.
I want you to think about that. Crashing out. That whole phrase, it insinuates like a car wreck, a train wreck, that something is so horribly going wrong that you can't keep your eyes away. Ooh, someone is freaking out. Let's watch it today, right?
Yes, you are a car wreck. And two, don't ever do those eyes again because it looks like you're going insane.
They'll actually say that this segment of my podcast is a crash out because I'm simply...
And also, big ups to the 24 people here. I appreciate your time, guys.
...addressing it. Even though that's not what the term means.
These moments are the funniest because they come out of nowhere and they have nothing to do with the game. I know. I know. He has these moments where he does something so retarded that has nothing to do with the game.
That's what it's become on. If anyone addresses anything on the internet that's considered, I don't know, controversial or anything that's criticism, that's a crash out. Well, it's not, but that's what these people say. All right? So just the fact that
And again, just keep on proving that you watch our content, Phil, because we're the ones that mentioned crash out. You haven't said this until now.
Bring up anything. Supposedly, I'm crashing out, right?
Which you are.
If you say so. Logical people think, hey, I'm a streamer. I have the right to talk about any topic I want. If today I want to talk about this, I will. If tomorrow I want to ignore it, I will. That's my prerogative as a creator. And you have no control over it. You can call it a crash out if you want. But if I address something logically, what's wrong with that? Now, if I address something with a lot of passion and a lot of emotion, because maybe something is going on in the moment.
Yeah, passion and emotion because within the moment.
Like if I'm crashing out over Street Fighter 6 because I'm playing online and the game dropped my inputs for the 17th time in a row that day.
No, it's either one or two things. Either player is really good or two, you drop your input. And again, thanks to Ice, what we've been learning, and even I had looked into this, there are times where people have, match up against Phil, and they all of a sudden get lag all of a sudden. But then after they move on from Phil, everything goes well. Everything all of a sudden returns back to normal. So who's really having lag issues? The way I see it and the way my chat sees it, Phil, it's you with the lag issues, not the other player.
Is there
and not the game?
Anything wrong with that? People used to call that a natural reaction and loved it.
Lesbian haircut, lesbian shirt.
Crash out to be clipped and turned into some kind of sensationalist content, and then you say, oh, it's a horrible thing. They did bully the person. No, that's called being human, actually. If you're not aware, humans get emotional over things. They get worked up. Their adrenaline gets pumped up. Their blood pressure goes up, and they have reactions. That's part of the natural course of life. It happens offline. It happens online. It happens everywhere. But these people have turned this now into like a clip farm where anyone who reacts to anything, it's a crash out and get attention on it for yourself, right?
Phil, you get pissed off at the most smallest, dumbest things. Like, again, I already covered Street Fighter 6 the other day. But Phil, at the end of Street Fighter 6, you got so pissed off when somebody mentioned drama, you lost your shit. So again, it's not us, it's you. And that also makes me wonder, Phil, you got anger issues.
So you could say, well, you should just ignore it all. Don't ever address
it. Exactly. The world laughs at them, not with them.
I have tried to do that. If you haven't noticed, there's pop-ups on the screen of people who are gifting.
He does, Jay. He does. That's what's even more sad. He doesn't realize that. Here's the thing: if he goes back and watches his Street Fighter gameplay, he should catch on and realize, like, hold up, wait a minute, why does it look like it's lagging? Like, wait a minute, is that really them or is that me? Because there been plenty of times where he's lagging, not the person. I mean, not the other player.
Choose to not address it and ignore it. But then, oh look. They got attention on Phil's stream. So you see, he's a lolcow because we got the attention we wanted.
You are a lolcow.
But I ignored it. Doesn't matter. See? So if you address the trolls, that's a crash out. They got your attention. They win. If you ignore the trolls, they still got the attention they wanted. They win.
Phil, if you were to ignore the trolls, we will go away. The problem is you can't ignore the trolls. You still have to address them because, again, you the one wanted to declare war on the internet. Nobody else wanted to declare war on you. We tried to help you in the very beginning, but then we realized there's no point in helping this fool. Let's just make fun of him because it's easy that way, and it's a lot more fun.
Isn't that kind of weird? They set up situations where they feel like no matter how the person
Rainbow, not much, just him looping.
reacts, they still got the response that they wanted, and therefore they win and they get the clip and they get the content.
Exactly.
So you see the point that I'm trying to make here is that
PB, I don't know how, I forget exactly how much he pays for his business internet, but he pays a lot. And mind you, it's crappy.
when you're in a situation like I am, and many others are, it's not just me. There are many other people on the internet who have these weird, obsessed communities around them that stalk their every move, that spin every action they do into something negative, toxic, a crash out per se.
Oh,
no
God, crash out per se.
We're wrong. There's no way that we could possibly do something right in the eyes of these people, because the only way they get their jollies off is to say that we did something wrong. So
because you're always doing something wrong, Philip. Again, it's either you scam your audience, it's either you lose your mind, you're banning people, you say something stupid. So again, everything you're saying is true because you do it.
how do you address it then? Right? Do you ignore it? Do you completely take it
Yeah, just ignore it. If you ignore it, we will go away. It's that simple.
head on? What do? I'll give you an example.
Hold up. 200 for the cheapest that he used for. No, Jay, I believe it's more than 200 because remember, this fool loves to pay a lot of money, at least 500. I think, in my opinion, how much he paid for his business line, it's got to be somewhere between like 500, maybe 600 or more. Acknowledging exactly, Rainbow. That's the thing. He acknowledges the trolls. That's why we keep doing this to him. Again, if you want your trolls to go away, Phil, don't acknowledge us. But again, you can't help yourself. Because, matter of fact, going back to the Asmon rub, each and every time he brought up detractors, money, detractors, money, detractors, money, that even Asmon goes, well, I won't call him dense, but his audience were like, dude, you always constantly talk about trolls. Can you talk about something else and move on? He said no, still talk about detractors, and they started to leave. He said last night his one line. Wait, hold up. How you doing there, Alex? How's your day going? He said last night his one line for streaming is over 200. What? Again, Philip, this is the reason why we learn this information, because you run your mouth. He sells companies wet dreams. He does. Justin Wong is the example of a successful streamer. Exactly, because Justin Wong, if not I'm mistaken, does he have a family of his own? I believe he has a family of his own. He's actually has endorsements, stuff like that, and he does streaming. And guess what? He plays Street Fighter 6. I mean, well, not just Street Fighter 6, many different Street Fighters, copies, but has a fun time with it. And not only that, if you look at his content, he's actually dropped walkthroughs of how you play certain characters, how you do certain things, certain movesets, etc. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth drops June 3rd with the Switch 2 and the Xbox. I will check that out. Hey, Blue, how you doing there? If he didn't, wouldn't he? Exactly. He wouldn't nothing to talk about besides money. That's the thing. Matter of fact, Blue, go to his Chill with Phil. Majority of times it's either him talk about money or talk about some games here and there, or most of the time talk about detractors. Friendly reminder, the adult money. Oh, wow. Well, that's true. That is very true. That's what's up, Alex. Hey, guess what? Again, it's Friday. Enjoy yourself. And again, Alex, I'm just covering just a lot of the stuff I haven't got a chance to cover the past couple weeks. So, my man, go ahead, get something to drink, get whatever you need, because this is going to be a lengthy one. Again, I'm going to try to go close to 2:30. If I have to do a part 2 of this, I will chat, but I'm trying to at least cover a majority of it right now, because for you, Alex, you may not know, I work overnight and I do have to work tonight. This is stuff that I wanted to cover, so that's why. Other than that, I'll be doing a long one.
Yesterday, as my late stream was ending, okay?
Yes, he actually, here's the funniest thing. He's not endorsed by White Claw, but he does endorse White Claw, as in he buys their products and drinks them on stream.
Raised around $100 in support for playing 2 indie games last night. Personally, I find that's fine. That's good. For indie games, a 2-hour stream, that's great support. I have no problem with that at all, right? But I made
go for it, Lewis.
Last time that we did indie games, actually, we had done much better. And I think the thing is that we had already played these games once before. This was the second session, okay? And that's probably why we saw a little bit of decrease of support. Next week, we're going to do another stream of these games to finish them up. Regardless of the fact that
exactly
a little bit, I still want to play them and finish them because I like these games, okay? So
Oh, Jesus, him and the so-called Lupin. Again, Philip, if you actually do like the game, why do you have to put every game behind a paywall? Again, you always say that, oh, I like this game, or I like that game, and you put it behind a paywall. For example, we talk about how you're a fan, how you like, okay, I'll use Call of Duty, for example. In the very beginning, you said Call of Duty, you have fun with the game, but then all of a sudden, you don't make enough money for that game, you complain the game is a problem, the game is a piece of shit, and then you end up dropping it.
A troll in chat says, hey, you see, Phil's all about the money. All he cares about is the money. That's why he streams the money, the money, the money.
They're not wrong, because you make everything about money.
Which I looked at the chat, and I actually responded, and I said, how could that be true?
Rainbow. I approve.
I literally just said on stream, I'm going to play these games next.
Zach, that's not true. He drinks alcohol all the time, which I'm surprised with the amount of alcohol he consumes. I'm surprised his liver is yet to get out. I mean, cut out, excuse me.
Regardless of the fact, excuse me, that the support had gone down the stream from the last one. I'm actually playing them because I like them.
Yeah, Blue, people do drink White Claw. I'm gonna say it's a nice way possible. Why drink White Claw? Just drink Seagrams if you're trying to go light. There's no point drinking White Claw.
Not because of the level of support. Okay? So now I've countered the troll's argument with a fact, with logic. They don't have a further argument. They can't even counter it because there's nothing else to say. I've proven them wrong.
Okay, Phil, you're starting to give me a headache. Chat, exactly what type of logic did he prove us wrong? Because so far, he is not. He's tried to retcon, and so far, thanks to you guys as well as me, we actually correct his issue. So again, Philip, you did not prove any logic other than your stupidity.
So what do they do? Ha! I got you to respond. You see, you're crashing out now. So if you ignore the troll criticism, which isn't really criticism, it's an attempt to goad you to get you to respond.
DSP wouldn't play a lollipop chainsaw repop because of, yeah, exactly. Anything with a female or, you know, the main is a female, he won't play.
Respond. If you ignore it, they're right, correct? Because if there's no response, if there's no defense, that must mean that it's true, right? You know, all these years that people say horrible things about me and my family members and people around me.
He claims to love the old Final Fantasy, but refuses to play them because it will slow down. Because I said, no. Detective, the only reason why he doesn't want to play majority of them is because of sexy women in those games.
If I didn't address it, it must be true, or else Phil would have already addressed it and debunked it, right?
Hell, actually, if you ever, Green Apple's pretty good. In my opinion, I prefer the watermelon one or the orange one of the two.
So that's the attitude they have. Ignoring the nonsense basically keeps it off of my streams, sure, except for when they spam my chats and stuff like that. But
and what's even more funny, chat, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Not because of Phil, but because his kick chat is actually calling him out on it.
It must be true, or else Phil would have already addressed it and debunked it, right? So that's the attitude they have.
Look at that, chat. Look at that, chat. Even his own kick chat, as a point out right here, Mestro David, who even asked about this. It's the rant at the very least. See that? Even his kick chat is calling him out. Grow up, man. By the way, debunk. Why does it, see what I'm saying, chat? See what I'm saying, chat? The funniest thing, chat, he talked about how, oh, he doesn't have to lift a finger. No, Phil. Us detractors don't even have to do much. We could just let your own chat turn against you. And we don't even have to do a single thing because you do a great job of pretty much going completely nuts on them.
Sure, except for when they spam my chats and stuff like that.
And that too, Jay. Even his YouTube chat be calling him out. But the reason why I bring up the kick chat is because they're a lot more vocal than his YouTube chat.
They just say it's true because Phil couldn't disprove it, right?
Oh, hold on. Crashing out just means losing control of emotions. God, Philip, he's making me crash out with this lack of understanding. Listen, Rainbow, there's been plenty of times I've been crashing out Phil because of his, what makes me crash out on him is when he mixes stupidity with his arrogance. Believe me, when he does that, there are times where, and I'm going to be honest, Chad, where I love to go through the screen and you know how Homer Simpson loves to choke the crap out of Bart? That's what I love to do. But then after choking him out, give him a good two-piece combo with a biscuit, because it's like, dude, there's no need to be this arrogant. Twisted tea, half and half peach, pineapple. Oh, that's a pretty good combo right there. What's up, Asher? How you doing there? Me humbly thinking the trolls don't care about his response rather than they get a response. A derailing engagement right up to exactly. The thing is, even if Phil Reed's name, that's more than that he addressed it. I mean, addressed the trolls. So again, he's bringing us up.
So then if I count...
Oh, he has banned a lot of people. I think we're now at, what, 10K bans, I think it is now? I might be wrong, but I know it's more. I know it's more than 9,000.
Guess what? Oh, you see, even though you disproved what we said, you took the bait, you gave us the clip crash out moment, and now we get more content out of it. So either way you react is wrong, and they get what they want.
Again, Philip, you have been taking the bait for a very long time. You've been taking the bait throughout the whole time in this video. You took the bait yesterday. You took the bait before that. You took the bait before that. You took the bait last week. You took the bait the week before that. You took the bait the month before that. You took the bait last year. You took the bait 5 years ago. You took the bait a decade ago. You've been taking the bait for a very long time. I swear to God, I'm sorry to have to go like that. But again, when it comes to idiots like this, you have to talk to him like he's an idiot.
You see?
And again, he's the Grand Slam champion of mental gymnastics.
So the attitude that I have today is very simple.
No. Squirrel. Not gold medal. He is the platinum champion, the Grand Slam champion of mental gymnastics.
If I see something stupid on a stream, like when I see this guy gifting a sub and it says Phil's lesbian haircut real. Is the...
Exactly, Jay. He has taken the bait so many times. It's just ridiculous. Phil, you just... Exactly. Thank you. We would be if he just would do that, but he, again, Rainbow, he won't do that.
Their name, right? Now I can't stop that contribution. I don't want to turn off all pop-ups on my stream. I want to have credit for those who are actually going to support me legitimately. Okay.
Once again, about money.
So when I see that pop up, I decide to react and I say, well, yeah, Phil's lesbian haircut, because lesbians, all right, try to have a haircut that emulates that of like a manly man. That's the point. When you say lesbian haircut, you're thinking a manly haircut.
No, Phil, that would be a dyke.
So you're saying that I went and I got a manly haircut. Okay.
Okay. You know what? I did say this in either it was Vega or Isis stream. I'm gonna say this here. Chat. How many of you ever heard of Queen Latifah? How many ever heard of her? She's a lesbian, but yet she has lesbian hairstyles that are very feminine, and she rocks them really good. But she's a lesbian. But if you want to talk about a manly haircut, then let's go with Raven Simone. She goes with mostly a low haircut or a buzz haircut, which could be manly if you want to say, but she's still a female and she still rocks a certain way. So again, Philip, a lesbian haircut means you are still liking females. So again, thanks for proving that you're straight with other females. You could easily said a dyke haircut, whatever, but you couldn't even do that. Lipstick lesbians exist. Exactly.
Thanks. And thanks for the contribution, stupid. Done, right? But now I've crashed out.
To quote Vince McMahon, it's all about the money. Actually, no. Oh, I can't show that song. If you guys remember Shane McMahon's theme song, I wish I could, but if I do that, the stream's gonna get copyrighted, so I can't do that. But if you take if you take a Shane's theme song, that's completely Phil.
I've embarrassed them publicly for being so stupid that they thought that was an insult, and it's not. But now,
I know, Squirrel. He thinks lesbians are manly. That's not even true.
Crashed out over it, right? Because I addressed.
Big ups, AW. How you doing it? He's transitioning into a female.
Addressed it. So here's the thing.
Transitioning into a female, I mean.
In any way, shape, or form, and I'll enjoy it, and my actual positive audience will enjoy it, and the trolls can do whatever they want with it. It doesn't matter because trolls are insignificant. Trolls have...
Once again, and bringing us up again, and again, your actual chat is telling you to shut up about it.
Absolutely no impact at all on anything. They're an annoyance sometimes. If the idiot comes into my chat with his millionth troll account for today and starts spamming, and all the normal chatters like, oh god, this idiot again, this mental midget is in the chat.
Mental midget. Jay, close your ears. He's talking about you.
I mean, what kind of a guy, what kind of a life could he have if he's literally making 50 to 100 stock accounts every day just to spam a small-time streamer's chat, right? Like, doesn't even make sense.
Again, Philip, you're not a small-time streamer. You have a 222K sub channel. That's not small-time. That's a decent size, and people know about you. Not only that, Phil, you did a pretty good damn job at constantly taking shots at Microsoft, and Microsoft told you to calm down. You took shots at EA. They told you to calm down, so they know who you are.
That he'd be behaving like that. It's insane. But You know, he's doing.
And none of that, Philip. Somehow another, chat, I don't know how this happened, but somehow another in his local news, he got brought up.
It's wild. It's weird. So we all just like, oh,
I know. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
You know, I'm not going to bring it up because it doesn't affect me. Really, they're in their own weird, bizarre world where they think that their existence actually matters to someone, that they actually have an impact on anyone's life. They don't. They're all just miserable wretches who have actually found a way to locate themselves on the internet, to latch onto each other, and to basically make a parasocial community off of me based on clowning on me, despite the fact that they don't affect me.
Okay. Two things, chat. Number one, when it comes to my community, which is shared by many others, we just come in and make fun of you. But other than that, Phil, we come here and have a good time. Or when I start doing video games, which I will start playing on here, we'll even watch that. And guess what, Chad? If it's a multiplayer video game, such as, let's say, Helldivers or Warhammer, whichever, I want you guys to come on and play with me. I have no problem with that. I'll even put on which game it is. But again, Philip, it's not parasocial, as you like to call it, where these parasites. Again, no, we're just here to make fun of an idiot such as you are. And many of us also want to prove how bad you are at video games. I mean, great example. I'll go back to when you was playing Doom: The Dark Ages. It took you what, 10 streams? When my man Ice, it took him what, 4 or 5 streams to beat Doom: The Dark Ages? He beat it way before you did.
Okay, I'm the one who streams myself on the internet every day, has a great chill time with my audience.
The only time you're chill is when you reach your goal.
Plays fun games, hangs out, has great conversation.
Majority of times when you play video games, you play in the most boring way as possible.
Right? Good interactive times. I get great support from my audience as a result. They reciprocate and say, thank you for the content. Please continue.
He does it, Rainbow.
It all works. And I'm doing better right now than I have been doing in many, many years. It's excellent what's going on right now. The fact that I have ultimate flexibility over my life and I can play any game I want at any moment, and we can do these tryout nights and we can play new.
Okay, then here's the challenge for you, Phil. If you can play any game you want, pick whichever game you want to play and don't beg. Don't say anything about money. Let's see how long that lasts.
Games on the fly, or we can choose to stick with a game that's great even if it's not doing so well.
Parasocial, yet Jade and multiple others say they love him in his chat and call him yes, exactly, Alex. That's what's even more sad. These people that are, again, mentally handicapped call him that his friend. And that's what I don't understand. How is it that these people are mentally handicapped can follow a 43-year-old beggar that doesn't care about them?
Fine. It's all good. I have more control right now than I've had in a very long time, and I'm very grateful for that. These trolls ignore it.
Speaking of parasites, I think Andrew Ryan from BioShock was talking about Phil when he was... I'm going to have to look into it. I didn't know that Andrew Ryan was talking about him. That I definitely want to find out.
Because that's not the reality. The reality is that every moment they have to believe that I'm some...
Oh, yeah, that's another one, too. Which also, wait a minute. When it comes to Queen Mike, because I have a hunch. Chat with him. I wonder if Queen Mike might be Darish, because there are times where Darish does pop in. Again, his main channel's banned, but there's times where he pops in a different name, and if you watch, it's always say, hey DSP, watch this, hey DSP. That's how you can tell Darish, because Darish will constantly repeating the same thing over and over and over.
That my life is miserable. My wife has left me, even though she's here every day.
Kevin Bernstein. Hey Jay, who is Kevin Bernstein, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
But, and we have a great life together. In their mind, she left me. But then they also talk about her every day in a toxic way. But if she left me, how would that affect me? See, their own...
Oh, it was a joke. My bad, Rainbow.
It doesn't even make sense, the things they say and do, because they don't make sense. They're not meant to. They're just meant to be toxic things to say as talking points so that their very primitive walnut-sized brains can recognize, oh, I recognize that toxic meme about DSP. Let me participate in it now and feel like I'm part of something social, because I actually don't have any friends or family or anyone who care about me, because I've turned myself into an antisocial loser who just hyperfixates on Phil on the internet and becomes part of
I'm still here, chat. I'm just waiting for him to finish.
Jump on him every day. You see, it's not actual intelligence. It's not observation of fact. It's not, hey, let's actually have Phil improve with something that he's done wrong. It's let's just focus on some kind of a weird, bizarre, hyper-fixated, almost autistic level of obsession over something Phil said or did once, like the banana song in Donkey Kong, which to this day makes no sense to anyone ever cared about it, but turn it into a toxic meme that we all laugh at like 5-year-olds frothing at the mouth. Like, what?
Chat, I have a question for you guys and girls. Have you ever been around somebody that's just constantly yapping and yapping and yapping? You just sit there and you're just like, you're waiting for them to be like, are you done yet? Like, you're not even responding to it. It's like, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Because that's what I feel right now. He's repeating, again, he's looping, talking about how, again, detractors are mentally handicapped and go into these stupid details when his own chat is completely, mentally handicapped. And I'm just like, Phil, are you done yet? Because you've been looping the same thing for the past, what? almost 22 minutes, the same thing. I'm like saying like, Phil, you got anything else you want to say? Kevin is a long time that recently blew up because, oh, I didn't know about that. I did not know about that. I'm about to look into that one too. There's a lot of things to look at when it comes to this dents. He's an ultra dent or an ultra lawper. Oh, see, there we go. Yes, his second ex-wife would never oh, wow, his second ex-wife would never shove? Oh, Lord. Detractors have no friends coming from a guy who only leaves his house once a week, and his only socialization is a camera and his wife and his cat. Exactly, detective. That's why I'm looking at like, Phil, you have no room to talk. You are a hermit. Not only that, you talk to your cat, which your cat goes meow, 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 and your wife, who probably barely wants to put up with you anyways. And again, in my opinion, chat, I believe she's long gone. But again, that's just my opinion. I felt like Stewie with the gun talking to somebody was more than yap. Well, yeah, that too. I know it's when you talk about how Stewie was ready to pull the trigger. Me, by him yapping, I felt like I want to put my hand into the toilet. At least I'd rather listen to the toilet flushing than him constantly talking all the time. DSP stands for didn't support it, bitch. Oh, goodness. How you doing, the agent?
You're mentally challenged. Do you get it? You're really messed up. But they don't. These people have insulated themselves from any level of actual observation or criticism. No one knows who they are because they hide on the internet.
Phil, again, you have no room to talk because you literally insulate your own self by staying these snort for it 6 days a week, and the one day you go out, you try to rush out, do your little, as you like to call your errands and all that stuff. You try to hide from people, and guess what? When you call people out, you run high like the bitch you are. And you know what's even more sad? I'll use me for example. Guess what I was doing last night? I was at work. I was around people, interacting and stuff. And even after I got off from work, even before I got home, I had stopped at the store to get something. I was still interacting with people, walk around, being normal. Somebody says, hey, such and such, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing well. And I just kept it moving. Simple as that. And yes, it was a person that one of my old coworkers recognized me, and they called me out by my actual name. And we was just chatting for a little quick minute. But again, Philip, that's the real world. You, on the other hand, you are sheltered from the real world because you're so worried that a detractor is going to come up and beat you and stuff. We are not wings trolls, Phil. Guess what? Even though there's times I would love to slap you, I'm not going to go walk up and do that. What up, Well Swade? How you doing there? I'm not going to walk up and slap you. No, if I were to see you in real life, be like, hey, everyone, is that the guy who jerked off on May 1st? I'll say something like that and keep it moving. Again, me trying to catch a charge from you is not worth it.
They don't have friends or relatives who even know what they're doing in their off hours because this is how they spend their time. You know, there's some people like, I have a hobby.
Like I said, I don't talk about my family about lolcow shit. Same thing, Rainbow, same thing. I don't even mention anything about Phil because of my family. Why? Because number one, I don't feel like talking about him all the time. And number two, they know nothing about this, and I prefer to keep them out of it because, again, how crazy this vortex can get. Imagine having to sit here and listen to him whine about everything. I know, that's another thing, Squirrel. That's why I can't understand how Cat can even sit there and listen to that the whole thing. Listen to his whole rants. You want to know who I am, Phil? Well, there you go. I like that one. I like that one, Jay. I think they are separate, but separated, but not divorced. She's kind of stuck with him. Well, here's the thing. I can understand it, Alice. I can see that too. But again, in my opinion, because Phil slipped up saying that, oh, I had to go to my wife's house. Like, wait, what do you mean your wife's house, Phil? What's going on with that? But then he tried to change up. Again, Phil has a habit of letting things slip up. So again, I think she's been moved out. I think she might be staying with a friend. Do I think the divorce? Not yet, but I definitely do believe they're separated. And again, this is just speculation, Chad. It's fun speculation. We don't have super concrete proof. But again, according to Phil, he has a bad habit of letting, little nuggets of truth to come out.
Or I go and work out, or I do this. They sit on the internet making fun of Dark Side Phil. This is their
I think so too, Jay.
You're mentally crashed. I'm crashing out. Every day when you sit down and you just hate on someone on the internet for no reason and it makes you feel good about yourself, that's way more of any kind.
Phil, number one, I don't stream you every day. I don't watch you every day. The fact of it is that you're literally crashing out about that says otherwise.
If they crash out, then someone on the internet could have because they were emotional about something. Do you understand? Like having a human response to something with emotion or passion is a natural thing. What you're doing, actually deciding to spend your time to be toxic to someone on the internet you don't even know and to feel good about yourself about it because you did, That is so much more worse than anything that anyone you've ever called a lolcow has ever done on the internet.
One sec, chat. One sec, one sec. I'm sorry, Jack. Give me one sec. I gotta find the right one for this. Hold on.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
Yeah, we need some. Sorry, we need some of that because it's like, Phil, what is your major malfunction? Like, seriously, what is wrong with you?
But you wouldn't understand that because you don't look in the mirror. You just look at the people you like to make fun of to feel better about that horrible reflection that you have in your own mirror.
There you go, sip on his gin. Reality TV makes fun of people's situation all the time. That's what DSPs talk about. Actually, you know what, Detective? That's another good point. That is another good point because he is literally a sitcom / reality TV.
So, how do you respond? The truth is, there is no ultimate right or wrong way to do so. Because if you ignore everything, ultimately some things are going to affect you. But if you have a flat out I ignore everything policy, eventually some of your fans are going to start to distrust you. Maybe they'll start to believe the bullshit because they're going to say, well, if he doesn't address anything, that means that it's all true. Now, obviously that's not the case, but sadly some people just have that mentality.
Fill up. If it's not true, why address it? If it's not true, why bring it up? Here's the thing, Phil. If something is not true compared to some, put to somebody, they're going to address it one time by saying it's not true. Present present whatever evidence they have, and then keep it moving, or not address it at all. You, on the other hand, Philip, you address this stuff all the time. You do it all the time and try to retcon it. And again, by you retcon it, you don't keep the story straight. Again, I would rather believe Jaha because he'll be more accurate with the story and definitely be more honest. I would rather ask Viscant because he too will be more honest with it and keep it accurate. I'd rather ask Justin Wong because he too will be honest and keep it accurate. You, on the other hand, Phil, you are constantly all over the place when it comes to your lies.
If someone is refusing to even give any attention to something horrible someone's saying about them, it must be true and they just don't want to talk about it because that would mean admitting that they've done something wrong.
I know what you mean, Rainbow.
That's not the case, but that is sadly kind of human mentality, right? That's how people think. Now, if you absolutely address everything, okay, that's awful because you're basically...
And by the way, chat, both Duty and Snort do this. I don't blame them because number one, with his music, there are some times where even my streams where it gets copyright because of the music. I'm still, disputing one or two of them because again, it's from his side, not ours.
Going to spend all of your time addressing toxicity.
Oh, he's definitely an alien. He uses paper plates all the time. Here's the thing, Jay. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with people using paper plates, but he uses all the time. And his excuse is he doesn't want to wash the dishes. So it's like, okay, what's the point of having dishes then, Phil? If that's the case, then just use Tupperware for crying out loud.
And hate, and you'll...
The island of a beautiful man from Giant Bravo would... Yeah, true.
Never have time to be positive about anything. Like if I addressed every troll right now who's sitting in the kick chat, how on earth would I ever have time to make positive content? The answer is I wouldn't. Right?
You just did.
I wouldn't ever make positive content. I'd be losing my...
You don't have positive content, Phil. It's either you are raging or it's boring.
Hair, I'd be ripping... Well, I am losing my hair, but I'd be ripping my hair out of
That's not a flex, Phil.
my head, and I'd be freaking out, right? And I'd be just going nuts and constantly crashing out every single day.
Which you have been doing for the past, now, 25 minutes.
Now, there's sometimes that maybe I can address it, where, like, if I see the pop-up from an idiot gifting me a sub, and it's a toxic name, I can laugh at it and expose how dumb they are. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yes, you're gonna...
Okay, again, Philip, because you are looping and you drive me up a wall. When you see a troll name or a toxic name. You do mention it, and guess what? By you mentioning it, you fall for the bait every time.
Bring my wife's name up in a troll sub. Yeah, because you don't have anything to actually say of intelligence. So you give a schoolyard insult because you have no fucking brain. Like, you just pick on someone.
Phil, did it ever occur to you how you say they don't have a brain? When somebody says cat is fat or cat's fat guns, that's somebody with a brain because they did that on purposely so you could read it so you can get pissed off. They planned ahead for it.
Who literally has never done anything to you because...
No with scale gaming. Don't the trolls say that you're losing your hair? He said it himself plenty of times that he's losing his hair.
You feel like it makes you feel better about yourself. It says more
he
about
is
you
definitely
than it ever
toxic,
says about
Rainbow.
me or my wife or my family. You see, it really does. It says...
Phil, you don't have a family. You are a couple. You and your wife are just a couple with a pet. You don't have kids. To be an actual family, like for example, King Sly has a family. Rich has a family. Pop has a family. Duty has a family. And many other attractors have a family because either they are married and have a kid, or even they're not married, guess what? By them still having a child, it still means they have a family.
That you are a very, very sad person. That your life is horrible. You're probably poor. You're just sitting there miserable. And the only way that you can ever have a modicum, a tiny piece of happiness, is to try to bring others down.
Phil, if we were poor, how would we be able to restream your stuff? How would we still be able to do content? How would we still access to the internet? How would we still be able to get this, to get that, and the third? How would we be able to eat food, drink water, and stuff if we were that poor? Clearly, we're not. And the sad part about it is, I would say a good 80% of the detractors don't make a single dime off this, and they don't care because you wanna know why? They have other sources to make income. Again, this is just a hobby to make fun of you.
Since it's worthless. And the thing is, you could change that. You have to understand, you could change that.
Oh, really?
If you
How could you change that?
Motivated yourself to do something constructive and positive with your life, go work out, right? Go get a job.
Which, Phil, you should be the last one to talk about getting a job when you actually at home playing video games all day. I have a job. My chat has a job. Many other detractors have a job. And yes, again, bring up Duty once again. He may not have a job, but he's retired. But at the same time, he does have stuff set on the side. Again, people have stuff. People either had jobs or they're in school or they're doing more important things. What are you doing, Phil? Playing video games online, doing the most piss poor way while still complaining.
Get a hobby that's constructive. Get some friends. Go donate your time to helping people, right? You could go do charity work. Go to a soup kitchen.
Phil, by me being in the medical field, I do help people out a lot. There's been times I have given to charity. There's plenty of times other things to help people. Yes, I have. Phil, how much money do you have in the bank? That's a good question, Jay, because I could tell you right now, probably he may have no more than $5 left into his account. Actually, right now, 5 because, 5, and I guarantee it comes to this marathon. Actually, chat, question, because I got to start learning to do polls on this. Just take a wild guess how much you think he's going to make in this marathon today. Just take a wild guess. I think he may make no more than maybe 800 today. Maybe, and that's just about it, give or take. Tell me exactly. Tell us what we're jealous of, Phil, because I'm certainly not jealous of a loser 43-year-old. Having step siblings and being a step uncle having a step siblings and being a step uncle / auntie has more family credit. That is true. Example, I am an uncle to my nephew. It's ironic that he says that he has an actual hold on. It's ironic he says that when he has actually been homeless. Yeah, actually had homeless people giving him money. Exactly. Phil, everyone else has a job. You haven't had a job since 2008-09. Exactly. No, exactly. That's nothing, Alex. No, sorry, I don't have a job. I didn't know. I'm retired and playing video games most of the day while detracting. There's nothing wrong with it. The fact of it is you're retired still means something. 400, 0 to 600. I'm making fingerless gloves. Wait, hold on. I'm making a fingerless gloves with paw packs for cosplaying. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, Rainbow. Do go for it. 400, 600 minimum. The irony of DSP will call people poor, yet his income he has still is a mortgage that has no investment. Yes, exactly. He does not have an emergency fund. He has nothing like that. And he should have that just in case. Phil, at bare minimum in your savings, you should at least have 1,000 saved just in case for a rainy day. Can you do that? No, because you have to spend that money on Scopely.
Dude, Habitat for Humanity.
And that's the funniest thing, chat. I'm glad my chat has said it's 500, 400, 600. Again, that's why I said 6. That's why I said 800 minimal. No, well, actually, no. I'll lower it. Let's say 700 minimal, up to 900 max. That's it. That's it. That's how far I sit with this marathon today.
For goodness sake, if you have nothing to do with your time but just sit around and hurt people on the internet, you certainly have time that you can donate to help.
Oh, damn, it's already at 1 o'clock. Okay, we'll try to cut through as much as I can possible, chat. This is definitely going to be a part 2 of this because I have stuff I want to save. But again, I definitely want to cover a lot more of this.
People, right? But the thing is, you have to motivate yourself.
Actually, you know what, chat? You know what I'm going to do? I'll do part 2 of this on Sunday because Sunday I'm off. I'll have plenty of time. But Sunday we'll do a part 2 of the catch up of this stuff.
To be better.
Because Saturday, I'm definitely going. This is how you don't play with Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 3. We gotta get to that.
Focusing on I just want to dump on someone and be toxic, which is the easy way to exist. You actually have to realize you're wasting your life and try to turn it around to do something better with it. Now, not everyone can do that because a lot of people are very mentally weak. I mean, hell, people who
remember he thought a rainy day phone was. Yeah, exactly. He thought about that.
join online cults who hate people are mentally weak. That's why you joined the cult to begin with. You have to break that level of control and go off and do something for yourself. Okay, just do it. Seriously, you'll feel so much better after 3 hours of building a house for someone who doesn't have one than 3 hours of sitting on the internet dumping on a streamer. Because you'll
self-employed rule of thumb is 6 months to a year to expenses. I see, there you go. That's another beautiful thing right there. Everything must be taken literally.
Actually say, I did that. I helped out a family in need rather than I crapped on someone who I don't even affect. You know? But that's it. These people are nuts. They need help. We have an entire group of people. It's not a whole generation.
Wait. Hold on. What'd you say? What'd you say, Phil? Hold on. I'm sorry, Chad. Hold on.
But, you know, actually 3 hours of building a house for someone who doesn't have one, then 3 hours of sitting on the...
I actually helped plenty of people build houses before, Phil. I mean, not like, you know, brick by brick, but at least helping either like paintings, put up sheetrock, whatever. Help it that way.
Internet dumping on a streamer. Because you'll actually say, I did that. I helped out a family in need rather than I crapped on someone who I don't even affect. You know? But that's it. These people are nuts. They need help. We have an entire group of people.
Here we go. Talk about we need help. Here we go.
It's not a whole generation, but certainly it's this most recent generation who've grown up always online. And they don't have anyone who's supervising them. They don't have anyone who's watching them, anyone who's guiding them through life to say, whoa, what are you doing with your free time? That's not right. This is how humans have existed before and been healthy and happy. This is what you should seek with your time. Not...
Phil. Again, let's go by chat. Let's go by his stupid logic. If that's the case, Philip, guess who's going to be number 1? You. Because again, you're terminally online all the time. You always talk about detractors all the time. You're always scamming your audience out of their money. You'll be uno number 1 on that list. So again, Philip, learn to think things before you open your mouth.
This new toxic online culture of crap, this is actually the worst possible thing that you could do with your time.
Phil, just fuck a lobster for money. Also, use that is a good one there, Rainbow. Holy crap. Rainbow, you already come out with savage, like, holy crap.
But no one's looking at it. And what's happening is we're seeing a whole generation of people grow up broken. They're not socially trained.
Exactly. Wait, hold on, what?
With your free time? That's not right. This is how humans have existed before and been healthy and happy. This is what you should seek with your time. Not this new toxic online culture of crap. This is actually the worst possible thing that you could do with your time. But no one's looking at it. And what's happening is we're seeing a whole generation of people grow up broken. They're not socially trained. They don't know how to interact with people. They don't even understand social cues and things. Instead, they just are weirdos who sit around doing bizarre fucking things. It's just really cracked human behavior.
One sec, chat. One sec. Hold on, chat. Hold on a sec, chat. Hold on a sec. God damn it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Got no one for this.
About what? You serious? You don't know? Everybody knows you never go full retard.
What do you mean?
Check it out. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded. Count two picks, cheated cards. Autistic, show, not retarded. You got Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump. Slow, yes, retarded maybe, braces on his legs, but he charmed the pants off next to him and he won a ping pong competition. That ain't retarded. He was a goddamn war hero. Right. You know any retarded war heroes? You went full retard, man. Never go full retard. You don't buy that? Ask Sean Penn, 2001, I Am Sam. Remember? Went full retard. Went home empty-handed.
Thank you. Thank you, Robert Downey Jr. Thank you again, Philip. I'm sorry, I had to play it because, again, there's times where Phil goes full retarded completely.
That should be being analyzed by people who have the power to help and speak up and fix it, but it's...
I know I get better at that, chat, but again...
It's not. It's actually going completely...
Big ups, Dashbear. How you doing there?
Completely unrecognized and completely unobserved. And then when we have...
Oh, never forget, this guy stays up at 3 a.m. doing PPP bunch. Yeah, exactly. Every time. Stays 3 a.m. completely drunk, doing the most dumbest things. So again, if anybody needs to be watched on, it's you, Philip.
Horrible things happening, right? This person went nuts and went on a violence spree somewhere. And we said, how could this have possibly happened? Well, did you ever, for one moment of your fucking time, look at that person and their lifestyle and see what they were doing? Because I guarantee you, those people who do that stuff probably sit online all day doing toxic shit on the internet. They don't have friends. They don't have family who care about them. They just sit there with absolutely no purpose to their lives. And then one day they snap. And that's who becomes your next crazy mass violent.
Asshole, you have no room to talk. The fact of it is, you want to talk about, you think that we're actually these type of people that actually want to go out and harm people when you have literally had people in your own chat go out to harm people, literally threaten them when you have nothing, when you didn't even stop them from actually doing that. The fact of it is, you got the nerve to call us mass shooters, mass insane people when you have people in your own chat doing crazy stuff, actually getting people's channels taken down and stuff. Not even just taken down, but having them purged on stuff, having their channel strike, and you did nothing about it. The fact is, you had one person to actually go ahead and actually try to threaten Lexi. You got the nerve to call us that, but then you did nothing about that, Philip. And the fact of the matter is, you had the nerve to even talk about that. You didn't even do nothing. The fact of it is, you even groomed a minor when she was 17 years old. Literally. So again, Philip, you have no room to talk when you are mentally insane. I'm sorry, chat, but this is the reason why I wish Jaha went up upside his head and knocked some sense in him, because this is a fine example of when somebody doesn't get an actual ass whipping. And the fact of the matter is, Philip, you need that right about now. I swear to God, this is why I'm so glad he doesn't live in my area, because I would literally go over there and start punching him. Because the fact of it is, he's got the nerve to even say this. My nigga, you really are not that dude. You sit here talk a big game on the internet, a real big game. And guess what? People talk about a big game on the internet actually get their ass kicked in real life. So do me a great favor. Go to a tree, get the biggest rope, and jump off it. But better yet, if you're too much of a pussy, go ahead, get a soft shotgun, look down the barrel, and pull the trigger. Ugh. I swear to God, stupid. Again, sorry, chat. I'm sorry, chat, but I'm sorry. When he has these moments, it gets me triggered. Again, I apologize. I'm not wishing. And all that in Minecraft. I'm sorry. All that in Minecraft, chat. But again, I'm sorry, chat. I am sorry. That there was just annoying. Yeah, I know. I crashed out. I crashed out so much that the hairs on my arms are like standing up. I'm sorry. Holy crap. Let me calm down for a minute, chat. Let me calm down for a minute.
committer because no one analyzed or cared this.
Actually, before he continues, the closest thing to a threat from me is lecturing about how you're not an idiot and hydrate. That is true. Yes, I know, Jay. Moments of passion. And again, YouTube, all this in Minecraft. I'm not saying that's your reality. Oh, Lord have mercy. One of these days, they're going to end up shutting down the stream. But again, chat, I apologize, but Phil has a habit of making the most patient person crash out, lose their mind. I mean, again, Ice has done it. Biga has done it. How many of you ever heard of a channel used to be called Minxie1? If you ever heard who she is, she's not a detractor, but she was a salt miner before she eventually left, YouTube for good. There's a couple times she's done streams on Phil, and even she has moments where she crashed out too. But again, when it comes to Phil, he makes us crash out.
About the situation. It shouldn't exist. It's busted and broken, okay? For me, there's not much I can really do about it. And I've accepted that fact. I've come to the point where it's like, if this person, every time they gift a sub, I just have to shake my head and be like, cracked individual, can't stop it, no reason to really address it. But if I want to say, hey, look, even your joke is stupid. A lesbian haircut is a manly haircut, so I have a good haircut, thanks.
Again, Philip, a lesbian haircut doesn't mean a manly haircut. It means it's a female haircut for other women. So again, you're calling yourself a woman. Nice try.
I can do that if I want. It's my prerogative. I don't have to ignore everything. I can make a joke. If I have to, sadly.
YouTube has just had a moment of blurring between rage and passion. That is true.
do some moderation on a stream or something because the moderators aren't around. I can do that.
It's insane that DSP has to convince himself that the people that do not like him are a monster. He does not show how mentally stunted he is. That is very true. See, there you go, Rainbow. Minxie1. I do miss Minxie, and I understand why she left. But good Lord, she was such a great streamer. And she was actually one of the people that got me into doing content YouTube, between her, Gar the Rage, and Chris the Narc.
I can joke about it. I can take it seriously. I can ignore it. It's all within my power.
And I do watch Gar from the Rage from time to time. I got to get back to watching his streams.
The truth is, no matter how I react, it's a crash out to them. So it doesn't.
I know. It's just one
for my
question.
audience, I want you to understand the reason that I felt like I wanted to talk about this today very rationally and
oh, Rainbow's already crashed out right there.
is because I've been seeing it pop up more and more. This guy who literally sits here with 50 sock accounts a day, the guy's not well. And we all know that. Like, the thing is, at one point, it's like, okay, it's kind of funny, the guy's coming back. But once he does it the millionth day in a row, and once everyone in chat's like, dude, what is going on with this guy? Yeah, we all recognize that the guy's nuts.
Pot meets kettle. Have we met? Phil, take a look in the mirror.
And it's just, it's just crazy that these people have actually normalized this level of behavior to think that this is fine, this is normal, this is fun stuff for the internet. It's not. It's busted and broken, but we get it because we're of sound mind. These people are not. That's why they behave like this, and that's why they think it's okay to. They've actually...
Of course, when he says we, he means him and the four corner demons. Again, Philip, you're the one that's really mentally insane. We are very normal.
Familiarize themselves.
And I don't feel like crashing out again because of your stupidity and arrogance mixing up.
With another group of people who are cracked just like them, and they have these weird social groups and cult-like...
Because the next time I may end up going too far and I end up might getting the stream taken down. So again, I'm trying to have some restraint.
Discussions on Discord about this shit, it's bizarre shit. I never wanted to get into it, but people send me the information and say, look what happened to them. Oh my God, these people...
If you didn't want to get into it, why bring it up?
Actually are just, they're not well. And no one talks to them about it. No one tries to help them.
See, there you go. There you go. Right there. Same thing, Anthony. Hi there, cats. And hey, oh, hi there, cat name's Pot. Have we met?
They're just left to their own devices. That's why we're having the situation we have with humanity right now.
What's up, Desert Ferret? How you doing there?
Quite frankly, we've advanced technology so much, we can have all these relationships over the internet, but humanity's not really ready for it, right? We're not. We've got communities of people who are broken, and now they've formed toxic groups of hating love, if that makes sense. They love to hate. That's not human thought process. That's actual, illness.
Really? Illness? Please explain, numbnuts.
So, moving forward, I'm not going to address it all the time, but I might every once in a while laugh at it. But understand, I just want to make this abundantly clear. It doesn't affect me. Because people say, how can you everyday stream when you have all these people who dump on you and say these things?
I gotta stop hitting my mic so much.
At all. It doesn't. So, there are people who are committing crimes against me every day, stealing my content, illegally live restreaming it. That sadly does affect me business-wise.
Okay, fella. Okay, we know you're talking about raw Phil here. But here's the thing, Phil, that you still keep forgetting. Even though Raw Phil restreams, he does leave commentary, he leaves the chat up, he leaves certain things up, he changes certain things up, he changes the music, he does a bunch of other things. So guess what? In a way, he makes it transformative. I'll even use me. There's been a few times I have restreamed you. Again, I'm giving commentary. I'm playing music from time to time. My banner and stuff is completely different because you have the Pathfinder, you have the logo of the Vanguard class, you have the Element Zero and the Profile classes over here. So again, Philip, we are making this, we are transforming it in a very different way. So it's not exactly stealing your content all the way. We're not even stealing it all. And we're not even stealing it all, we're making it transformative. And even you said, you had given us permission to use your content. Oh, don't worry, There's a Fair. I got to be working, going to work tonight. And again, I do apologize, chat. Again, time flies. You're having so much fun. I'm probably cover 2 more, and then I'm going to have to make a part 2 on this Sunday. I'm going to make sure I cover the rest of this because, again, I want to get to the parts where he goes at the LTG because, goodness gracious, the salt all of that one. And I know I got to get a soundboard.
But as a person or as a...
Trust me, Lewis. That's why I had to calm down because I was getting annoyed with his stupidity. Again, one of the ways he pushes my buttons is his stupidity mixed with arrogance.
Creator, as someone who has fun with the content he puts out, who cares what these idiots say? They're not you, they're not me. We're having a good time together, right? Why would...
Raw Phil is transformed by having the chat up so people can see what Phil is reacting to in his chat as well as exactly Mars Champion. That's in a way, once again, Raw Phil's make it transformative. And here's the funniest thing, chat. Let's say, for example, if Phil, let's just walk the ship with me here. Walk the ship. Let's say if Phil were to take Raw Phil to court. Number one, it would not work in Phil's favor because number one, just like Mars Champion said, he makes it transform in many different ways. Yeah, he may not provide commentary, but it does other ways. Number two, Phil has no money because it's going to cost him a lot of money. Number three, traveling fees. You had to somehow or another get Raw Phil to come from, I think Raw Phil's in Brazil. I know he's in another country, but to get from Brazil to fly up over to America. Again, the laws are different there. It will cost Phil even more money. And he won't be able to do that. What up, bad boy? How you doing there?
Anyone give a crap about this stuff? Oh,
love to hate is how you describe a charismatic villain. Handsome Jack comes to mind. Fucking Remick from Sinners comes to mind too. Actually, you know, there's also another villain that people have like a love-hate to. The Joker. You know, Batman's arch rival. Frieza, Goku's arch rival. Who else I can think of who's when it comes to Superman, Lex Luthor. Again, these are villains we love to hate, but they are charismatic in their own way.
no, you gave me more money. Oh,
And that's nothing, Alex. Raw Phil. Wait, he's Canadian? I thought he was in Brazil. If he's either way, we know he's in another country. So again, Phil, it will cost Phil even more money to get him to come to America. And not only that, now that I remember, the laws are going to be a little bit different compared to they are in America. So again, Phil would not be able to win it.
oh shucks. What a horrible thing, right? Like, so it is what it is. You know, from time to time, you may notice, sadly, I do have to address it. I do have to go and moderate or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing I can do. That's just the reality of being a full-time creator, is that sometimes I do have to address it. But understand, when everything for them, they've tried
Phil, you address this daily. So again, it's no surprising.
to organize into a win, it's not a win. Every crash out that they address means that they lose, because it means they have no life, and they actually think that it's important to say that Phil freaked out about something today, when in reality, it's not important at all. I'm just some dude on the internet streaming games. Who gives a shit if Phil crashed out? If the biggest thing in your life today was saying Phil crashed out and I observed it, you have no life.
So let me get this straight. By you crashing out and we addressing it, we're the loser. Phil, we're not the ones that are crashing out. You are, because you crash out again over the most mundane things. Again, matter of fact, I'll leave the track this alone. If somebody brings up, let's say, I don't know, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you will get pissed off over that. And I'm serious, Chad. If you mention anything with food, he gets upset over that. Unless it's food he's ordering from
Let's do
DoorDash.
some shout outs.
Let's just say anything else in here. It's not gonna want you to say shout outs.
See, now, people will say, well, you see, that's not a fully positive comment. So, Phil,
Wait, hold on.
thick hair, a blessing at your age. I think your haircut looks good considering you have hair recession. Many men your age are slick bald. You seem to have a full head of thick hair, a blessing at your age. My friend was bald by 29. See,
To the person that said that, no. He does not have a thick head of full hair. He does not. His hair is thinning. Again, as I like to call it, the Grand Canyon on top of his head is getting much wider. We even see the bald spot in the back of his head getting wider as well. Again, his haircuts that he get, whoever's doing his haircuts, his GDS haircuts, they need to stop. They need to shave his head completely because it is bad.
Now, people will say, well, you see,
and not only that, the other reason why his cords are going so bad is he has a bad habit of slicking his hair back to cover up the Grand Canyon, but that's not doing well.
that's not a fully positive comment. So Phil addresses that.
Yes, exactly. Crash over cope. Exactly that. Raw Phil, frog legs behind shot. Yeah, that's another thing right there, Rainbow. No, you know what it is? I hate even say call him a Karen. He's more like a Kevin. A Kevin's a female, is a male version of a Karen. We'll even call him that. Did he crash? Yes, he did. He crashed over on stakes. He crashed over on the flag because when not the American flag, they gave the pride flag. He even crashed out over that. So he's been crashing out over a lot of things. Squirrel, I don't know what caused him to crash over no, what it was people were talking about stakes, and I think it was either Street Fighter or COD, one or two, and he got so mad that he brought that up about stakes. That's why he crashed out over that. Delusion of grandeur. Doesn't he not realize there's footnotes to entertainment for detractors? That's not that exactly. As Charlie said, it's not that deep. If you know about that arc.
He's taken the bait. And now people will clip farm it. Like, what's wrong with me addressing getting older? Have I not said that my goal is to age gracefully, that I'm not going to be doing things like dyeing my hair club for men?
You do dye your hair, because there was a few times where your hair was way too dark and way too greasy. And now that your facial, your little patchy beard there, has got a lot more white. I won't be surprised when you start dyeing that next.
Or anything like that. I'll do things that naturally I can do to improve myself. I'll change my diet. I'll work out and lose weight, and I'll get more muscular because I want to live longer. I want to be there longer with my wife, right?
Phil. You're not going to live that long. And if you were to, unfortunately, buddy, you're going to land yourself in a nursing home because right now you look like you're 73 at 43 while your own father, who's in his 60s, looks like he's still in his 50s. You're not doing a great job taking care of your body. You drink every day. You drink all day. You order DoorDash. You stress. You sit there. You don't do anything. You don't move around. You don't work out. So let's stop that lie. You don't do nothing. But you rather sit there and stream to 1 or 2 to 3 of your dens and hoping that they give you money. Yes, you may have 120 to 130 people watching you, but majority of them are mostly detractors watching you anyways. The only ones that really have a vast interest of really hearing you is just your little small hardcore dens. And even still then, that's starting to dwindle a lot more.
But I'm not going to do these crazy, I'm going to dye my hair, I'm going to do this crap. I'm just not going to do that.
Yes, exactly. Ja is way more muscular than Phil. Eats fast food 4 to 6 times a month. Even more than that. I say he eats fast food, Jay, 10 times a month. I say that because how many times he has ordered DoorDash off screen?
Okay. But for me to address this $2 tip, apparently is a horrible thing to crack.
He's already shown major signs of mentally decline of how he forgets. Exactly.
Cash out, right? What?
Well, not only that, here's the other thing, Alex. That's the mixture between when he's hungover.
No, you're the crash out. You're the weirdo who thinks that if I actually
Okay, Phil, yeah, you made me crash out, earlier in the stream. But other than that, no, we're not the crash out.
Actually address this comment in a normal way, that it's a bad thing.
Here's the funniest thing, Desert. I used to work in a nursing home. Let me tell you something when it comes to this, what this retard doesn't realize. When someone becomes a patient at a nursing home or resident, you have to abide by what time you can get up, what things you can and cannot eat. And the other thing is you cannot stream. Now, yes, you'll have your own television, but you have to watch whatever provision they have, whether it's cable, DirecTV, whatever, etc., etc. They also have to wash you, bathe you, and all that stuff. You have to take your medications. Not only that, in his case, he'll be wheelchair bound because they don't want you walking around hurting yourself. Not only that, you'll have limited family times. Again, when it comes to nursing home, it would not be a good look for him. Bill expresses buggy nursing home mechanics. There was nothing he could do, guys. He was pressing buttons. He's also drunk every night. That's why he moved COD over. And yeah, exactly. Hey, Rainbow. I mean, Giles over here. Maybe sure you don't give him a little hit up, holler. I'm just joking. I'm kidding, Rainbow. I'm kidding. Let me stop.
Of course, I have a receding hairline. I've had a receding hairline my whole life. I actually started having receding hair when I was in my 20s.
Phil, that's not a flex. That's not a flex of having a receding hairline. And if that's the case, why didn't you go over to Turkey to get that taken care of? You could have caught that very early. Because here's the sad part about it, Philip. When you start advancing into the Norwood stage, once you get to the final stage of Norwood, even if you were to try to regrow your hair, you can't do that because the hair follicles or whatever is within your hair are far too dormant. You have to catch it early on to take care of your hair. But again, Philip, you don't care because it's like, oh, my wife likes it. Yeah, right. Your wife don't even care about you.
My uncle, my cousins, all his sons, all lost their hair in their 30s. Completely. Bald heads. Okay? I kept most of my hair. What it is?
No, you have not kept most of your hair because thanks to oh God, I'm trying to remember the name of this channel. Thanks to one of this channel, when you was much younger, when you was basically talking, you was standing, flap your gums, and the mirror in the back showed that big old bald spot. And that's what people realize, yo, bro, that's people say, hey, man, you may want to take care of that because you have a bald spot in the back of your head.
I got more of my dad's genes when it comes to hair than my mom's genes. So my dad's side of the family never had problem with hair loss. My mom's side did. So I am getting it. It's just way slower than most of the males in my family have gotten it because my dad's genes are a little bit better on that side of the gene pool.
No, Philip, it's gotten way worse. And the other thing you have to realize, Phil, is that the more you dye your hair, the more it's going to accelerate your hair loss.
All right. But yeah, I know I have a receding hairline. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Hair genetics come from your mother's side. He doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Exactly. Male pattern baldness is a thing. Exactly. That's another thing, Rambo. Just get some Rongay, but he won't even do that.
Okay.
He could easily get, what is it, Kim's or not Kim's, or Hims, something like that. There's another product called Hims. He could easily try to get that. He could take certain other products that could actually help with his hair, but he won't do that because he doesn't want to spend the actual money. He doesn't. And oh my God, already banning people. Turquoise say already banning people. Oh Lord, ladies and gentlemen, we got a kaiju in the chat. Get him out of here. Get them out of here. How you doing, Soul?
Now, see, now you might say,
yeah, he is bald. Rich said he went bald in his 20s too, but Rich shaved his head. There's a difference. Rich actually shaved his head, so I'll give Rich that.
well, what is Phil doing right now? Well, sadly, I don't have a moderator on Kick right now. And that guy who has his bot farm just used 10 or more accounts to all say the same spam comment in chat. So I have to take a moment of the stream here to sit here and ban the 10 bots or whatever they are. It's about 10. I'm shocked it's only 10 because they've done way more than that before.
Uh-huh.
Okay, did I? Okay, and there you go. So that's what I mean. Do I have to address it? I mean, I kind of had to there. Obviously, I don't want my entire Kick chat to be spammed by 10 bots at the same time, then no one can talk.
Again, you can easily ignore it. Don't have to pay attention to it, Phil.
But it is what it is. So I don't know why this person is tipping such weird amounts. It was like $1.90 something.
Again, they're doing that. Well, first and foremost, again, I don't approve anybody sending Phil money. You could actually troll them for free. Don't send them anything.
Suppose I could round it up and count it as $2. So that way I'm not worrying about pennies, you know? Hold on, because I'm doing it again because they spammed with another 10 accounts.
Okay,
I'm going to guess
Phil.
they're going to have about 50 today. That's
okay, Phil. You going to talk about anything else other than that?
You know, doing this. But I'm not going to let them just completely destroy the chat and then no one who's... Cool. It didn't affect me anymore. Always get over emotional. I would yell. I would scream. Right?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Here we go.
I'll
We
say
got
the top
something.
tip is a $2 anonymous tipper. There we go. Cool. If anything, I'll say...
To quote SpongeBob, wow, I've been doing that for a bit. Shave that hairdo. Case closed. That's true, Rainbow.
This. If anything, for the most part, I definitely feel like today I've improved on the way that I handle this stuff. Like I said, admittedly, back in the day, I would always get over emotional. I would yell. I would scream, right? I get pissed off. I'd be like, oh, woe is me. I'm so affected by all this crap. And I'm not. You know, now I'm not. Finally, I'm at the point in my life where this stuff doesn't affect me anymore.
It clearly did.
It doesn't actually like bother me or you know, my business is fine despite the
Wings, you get baited so easy. Spread.
fact
Exactly.
that they try so much to hurt it. It doesn't. So, you know.
It probably
I feel like
is,
I'm a lot
or I
more
see.
cooler, you know,
Or him.
rousing them back, right, with a joke back, or just laughing at it, or just ignoring it is much better than getting angry about it, because getting angry about it, there's just no point. Like, what's the point? You're not going to stop them. These people are cracked, and they're going to do what they want in their weird communities because no one looks in on them or cares about them.
Okay, we'll move on because he's just been looping way too much. Let's move on to more important stuff because I had enough.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. Okay, let's see here. Roten says the game is built in pro.
Okay, and this one he's going to. Oh, finally he brings up Wings Redemption and Donuts. Let's see what he says of this one.
Programming and modding creation as well as machinima and editing tools. People have made a Vampire Survivor game as well as a Blasphemous game in the modding already. Oh, really? So they're modding the game to.
And by the way, chat, I'm gonna keep it at 1.5 because even at 1.2, he still takes too long. Unless he says something point which I have to slow down, we'll keep it at 1.5.
Be like emulations of other games. That's interesting. Is there something we can do to test the difference? I don't know. Like, could we boot a game right now and test it and see how it looks?
Why don't you just do that, bud? Instead of you sitting there flapping your guns.
Like Clear Obscure is
I mean,
probably an
gums.
HDR enabled game, right? You would think. Should we do that? Here. Like, let's boot up a game randomly, and let's see what it looks like.
It doesn't bother me. Phil says it bothers him. It gives the trolls even more. Exactly, it does give us more ammunition to
Let's
mess
boot
with
up
them.
Clear Obscure. You would think this game has HDR. Why wouldn't it? Right?
Oh, look at that. Phil finally booting up a game.
Hytale and Arc Raiders do not have HDR support. Clear Obscure does not? So what's the point of that? Wait a minute. What's the point of even having HDR if nothing supports it?
Who cares, Philip? Just play the game and shut
I'm
up.
not playing HDR. Don't worry. I'm not playing Clear Obscure. We're just doing a visual test.
Dude,
It's ridiculous. What's the point of HDR if nothing has it?
say what you will about Wings. Look here. Look, listen. More iconic than Phil's entire. Well, that's a good point, Rainbow. That is an excellent point.
So this, I mean, the thing is, doesn't look bad. So this game doesn't support. We're confirmed this doesn't support it, right? All right, you want to do a test then? Then let's do a test, right? Here we go.
Wait, are you going to benchmark the game?
How would we do that? Oh, here we go.
So are you going to benchmark the game?
Well, let's see what happens.
Okay, you changed the screen resolution.
No, it actually does look different. It actually looks better without it. It actually legit does look better without it. When it was on, it did look more washed out. Now the colors are actually deeper on my OLED. Wow, that's actually a distinct difference.
Offline doesn't work.
So,
well, that too.
Huh. All right. So unless we actually know a game that will support HDR, we should leave it off. As far as you actually have to toggle it in the game settings. Yeah, I was told this game doesn't have it.
Oh, trust me, Anthony. He makes me, makes me mad just like I crashed out earlier. But if you got to crash out, go for it, Anthony. Go for it.
We looked yesterday and it didn't have a listing for it, so this game must not have it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, since he has a custom, he's got DLS on, balance for scaling. Okay, he has the video frame rate generation off. Low latency he has on. He has it set to 120 FPS. Basic on, full screen. Of course, he would have this at 4K. Of course, he would have 4K. Great job, Phil. Keep doing that. Keep burning that. Keep burning up your CPU and your GPU.
We looked yesterday and it didn't have a listing for it, so this game must not have it, which is shocking. Because you'd be like, why is the game that has like the most gorgeous visuals ever not?
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, Rainbow.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, for me, this game actually looks better with the HDR off. What games do I have that it supports? Does anyone know?
I don't know, Phil. You find out.
Like any of these? Let's see what I have installed. Well, I don't know what I still have installed here. Probably Call of Duty.
How do you not have it? Philip, why didn't you check your library, see what you have installed before it's fired up the stream? At least that way you would have been prepared. Let me let him continue.
You would think Call of Duty would do it, right? But then again, I'm not going to play multiplayer in Call of Duty right now. What about like Steam games? Any of these games have HDR support? I know this text is tiny. Chronos? Oh, I don't have Chronos installed anymore. I installed that a while ago. Chronos: The New Dawn.
Look at the amount of games he has here, and he barely plays any of these.
Call of Duty. But the problem is I'm not going to jump into an online game of Call of Duty right now. You know?
Let it flow, Anthony. Let it flow.
You know, everyone on the Kick Chat who's just sitting there whining like a baby, just get fucked. No, really, just go sit and spin on something.
Wait, what? Whoa. What? What caused this little crash out here?
You know, everyone on the Kick Chat who's
What did the kick chat say? Hold on, okay. Hold on. Play Street Fighter.
called, yeah, Call of Duty, but the problem is I'm not going to jump into an online game. of Call of Duty right now,
Oh, so the
you know?
kick chat was telling them to play something else. They were actually razzing for a little bit, and now all of a sudden we go with this little crash out.
You know, everyone on the Kick Chat who's just sitting there whining like a baby, just get fucked. No, really, just go sit and spin on something. We're hanging out, we're building up stream attendance, we're just chilling. Everyone on the YouTube side is cool and having a good time, and you guys are just sitting there miserable. Just go get fucked. Really, go out of your house and get fucked. We don't want to hear you sitting here whining like the fucking virgins you are because you're sitting on someone's stream being toxic. You're such losers. Nobody cares. Okay? If you don't like the content, don't ever come back. We're so tired of you.
So you want them to go have surprise butt sex? Okay, Philip. How about you go do that yourself? I'm certainly sure Tyrone will have no problem with that.
Good lord. Okay. No support in any of these games. I'm not turning it on then. Forget it.
I
What
totally
is the
understand that, Rainbow.
Seriously, what on earth is the point of HDR if no game support it? Forget it. All right. Never mind. I thought we would do a little experiment, but how about this? Here's what I need to know then. In the future, I want to know when I play a game that does have HDR support, right?
Why don't you go look it up? Research and
Not
find out
HDR,
which game that
other
is.
ways. There's a Windows game HDR, NVIDIA HDR, Special K. Oh, God. All right, we'll just leave it off. I like Claire Obscure looked great, you know, without it. And I turned it on, it looked worse, so forget it. Okay. Silly. Alrighty. So what's the point? So, okay, so how about this? Is HDR for movies then? Is that what it's supposed to be for?
Exactly, Anthony. He should have been G-checked them years
It
ago.
wasn't designed for like game use. That's, you know, at least from what I'm understanding here. Curious, you know, this is new ground for me, right? I don't usually play indie games, early access games. I usually don't do any of this stuff.
Oh,
We
really?
didn't get a good audience for this today. Last night, when we were playing Quarantine Zone, it was a pretty decently sized audience. And it seemed like people were enjoying it. We had good engagement. We had pretty decent support. So I was like, oh, all right, you know, we'll play that again. But in this case, will people actually show up for a game that's in early access that doesn't have, I mean, there is hype for it, but it's usually within like the Minecraft community. It's not necessarily my audience that's really hyped for this game. So I'm curious how this stream will go today.
Anything else you want to say there, Philip?
How's Quarantine Zone? Pretty good. In the 2 hours that I played, there's the screening of people coming into the quarantine camp for zombie related symptoms. And sometimes they're clean, sometimes they're blatantly infected, and sometimes you don't know, and you got to put them into an overnight quarantine and then test them the next day. There's also base camp defense, where you fly around and use turrets and stuff to shoot zombies that are trying to take over your camp, which is action-based. And then there's a simulation.
Phil, you had no room to talk about virginity when you exactly when he's got actual virgin and it's in front of him. Exactly. Actually, more experience. You are absolutely right, Rainbow. He's a lazy piece of shit who has a PC in front of him and can't bother to check himself.
So exactly.
Exactly.
An email or something we could talk about if it's something interesting that I would want, or you know, for example, something that I may use for the set, or a donated game, or something like that. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Oh, what
cool.
song is that, Rainbow?
Just collectibles and stuff. No, like I have no use for them. You see, they end up sitting in my closet. You know, I'm not going to do anything with that kind of stuff. I really don't need it. So it really depends on what we're talking about.
At this stream, to get away from Phil, I'm going to check out Google Foods. Do it, Anthony. Do it. You definitely need a detox after this.
Have I hit up Wings about another collab yet? No. What's the point? He doesn't read or respond. Like he literally has outright said, don't respond to DMs. Then if you talk to him on a stream, he says, well, I don't talk about it publicly on my streams because then it's troll bait, because the trolls will talk about it. So then I can't contact you privately. I can't contact you publicly. So I just can't contact you. Okay, I get the picture. Forget it. So there's no point. If Wings stops being someone who's a non-responsive human and actually actively wants to do something in his life that he will respond to it appropriately like a professional would, he can come out to me and say, hey, I'm ready. But outside of...
You mean just like when Keemstar was off your money, come on lolcow live, and you kept ducking him? You didn't bother responding to his DMs, all that stuff, or the emails, like you're done, Phil? Jeez, again, you have no room to talk.
Yeah, what am I going to do? What am I going to waste my time keep sending messages to him for? He's not going to respond.
Because he's too busy living his own life and not worrying about you. Okay, you gonna say anything else, Philip?
Claiming they're trying to tip via PayPal and it's not working. Well, your name is completely new. No, it also says you just joined 2 weeks ago. You have no chat activity whatsoever, so I have a hard time believing you. If you were a regular and you told me that, I'd be like, oh, okay, but just a random person I've never heard from or talked to is now telling me they can't tip. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Did you use the tips link? Are you trying to use the current one?
Sure, Philip, sure. That's the other thing, Anthony. I'm glad you said that. He didn't mention him at 3 a.m. Who's going to respond to at 3 a.m. in the morning?
I need that money.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get into a hightail because I want to see how badly he did in this one.
Okay. I could barely hear it.
How many videos have we got through already? course, obviously, this took the longest. All right, let's try to get through. Let's see. Let's try at least get to 3 or 4 more of this chat, because I know this is a 4 hour 53. Again, Sunday, I'm gonna let you get through the rest of them, but let's try at least get through a few more of these. I know I said 2 o'clock, 2:30 would be my cutoff, but let's try to get through a few more.
At, the audio settings. Take your trials. Settings, audio. Master music. Illegal music volume up. Why is the volume so low?
My actual last minute latest cutoff chat will be 3.
Here in 2026 that normally I wouldn't check out. Now, this could be the beginning of a lot of new stuff for me on this channel. It's kind of an experiment. Okay, what we're doing today
experiment to what?
We are checking out a game called Hightail that just released this morning in early access. It's usually PC only right now. And this game apparently has a storied history where the dev team worked on this game for a long time. And the game was owned by Riot Games. You know, Riot Games.
Exactly, Anthony. Exactly. None of us in here think about this full 24/7. We have jobs, we have lives, we do other stuff. School, retired. We have other things we do outside this vortex. Because again, the only person that thinks about somebody else 24/7 is Phil. Think about the detractors 24/7.
League of Legends. And apparently, you know, really long and heavy into the development of this game, Riot decided to cancel the project and then laid everybody off. So the game was defunct and dead. And then the devs basically got together and said, no, we're not going to let all our hard work die. So they bought the rights to the game. And now, here we are, January 13th, 2026, and the game is out in early access. Now, the game apparently is very limited. You know, long term, it's supposed to have a lot of content, including an adventure mode. Right now, I guess it just has kind of an exploration mode, which is more like the open world of Minecraft.
Exactly.
And then there's a sandbox-style creation mode where you basically kind of set up your own world and start from scratch, building it yourself, which is kind of...
Thank you for doing that part, because I don't feel like hearing them explain the entire game.
Oh boy, might be an enemy. I guess it's an enemy.
Here's another thing I also do, Rainbow. I also do work out. I also do fishing, stuff like that. I do fishing when it's a little bit warm. Right now, still too cold, even though it's 32 degrees, which is much better than it was yesterday. But I usually start fishing again when it gets about 45, 50 degrees out consistently. Then I just go fishing.
This is how the stamina comes into play. Ow.
Oh, God damn it, Vega's gonna be going live in 30 minutes. Okay, let's try to get through these chat.
Why are my daggers glowing?
Because once we get to a few of them chat, I'm gonna sing over to Ivega's stream. Yes, Philip, you died.
What is this creature that is roaring?
What is this creature that's roaring? Philip, you gotta say anything?
Oh my god. Oh, it's nighttime now. Uh-oh.
Yes, it is, Philip. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, jeez, a bear! A freaking bear! Oh, he hit me for half my health.
Yes, Philip. He's attacked you. Do something about it.
I can't move. Oh my god.
And of course, go ahead. Run.
I'm dead.
And
wow,
dead.
I couldn't get away from the bear. Sheesh. I got owned.
You know what? You know what, Anthony?
You
know what, Anthony? For you, my man. For you. Give me a sec. One sec, chat. 1 second. 1 second.
Here we go.
I'll let it play one more time.
Here we go.
Need hide because I have to go kill a creature, a cute creature, which I don't want to do. But I guess I have to.
I can see that. That's what Hightail is. Pretty much like Minecraft.
It's pitch black. How can I see now to find a creature at night? It's too dark.
Exactly, Alex. What's your favorite fish normally catching? Because usually I try to catch catfish or a largemouth bass.
Right, well, listen, we've just played for an hour. I'm curious what's everyone's initial thoughts about Hightail. For me, my initial impressions are very simple.
My actual impressions of Hightail looks interesting, but you're making it boring.
It's Minecraft, but it's polished and has a lot more to it. You know, when Minecraft came out 15 plus years ago,
it
was,
Jesus
you know,
Christ, here we go.
And over the years, it developed, had more features added, has modded, you know, to high heck. This feels like a more stylized version. The graphics are definitely more polished. It's got, like, the combat has a lot more to it, with the blocking, dodging, super attack building up, different kinds of weapons, it looks like. And there's more elements right now. Like, the cooking is really cool, and now I can cook meals and stuff. I like that. So, I guess the question is, are people looking for another Minecraft? Because this is what I was saying to my audience before we started playing today, is this is great if it's a better version of Minecraft, say, but the question is there a desire for that when Minecraft can easily be modded to add features like this, right? Would you pay to play Hightail when you could just mod Minecraft if you already have it? I don't know. Minecraft gets modded to high heck on PC. So far,
I'm still in the chat. I'm just waiting for him to just get over this because he's just explaining the entire thing.
We're gonna go back. We'll come back. We'll probably build our first house. Like, see what we can do. Chop down stuff, build a house, fencing, basic stuff there. Maybe the farm. Go from there. Like, that's definitely what you would want.
You tell him, Rainbow.
First time around when you're playing, like day one activities, right? So now the thing is, there is a lot of content missing in the game right now. This is just a very basic start of the game. We don't know what else is in it. There might be a lot more. There's just 240 items that are discoverable right now. But there's supposed to be a lot more to it. You saw I said we're work in progress right when we went through that teleport at the temple. And there's a whole adventure mode that I guess is supposed to have like a
yes, whole adventure mode. What else, Philip?
So that definitely can be added as well. So I guess the question is, does this warrant $20 for you right now? You can buy more expensive editions of the game.
Oh, Anthony, he does. Wait until we get into the this say don't play Mass Effect 3 Part 2 on Saturday. Just wait for that.
Early access, if you're looking for Minecraft.
Saying largemouth, smallmouth bass in the river, a giant catfish in the air by the dam where I live. Actually, how big was that catfish? I'm curious because I do like catching that. The one thing I'm still trying to catch, which this little fish is a bastard, is black crappie. Those suckers are so finicky that I'm still trying to catch one. But the ones I catch, obviously I catch bluegill, largemouth bass, catfish. Actually, believe it or not, I actually caught a pike. That was surprising. It wasn't a huge pike, but it was a nice, decent sized pike. Wally also catch. There's a couple other fish I catch too, but most of the time I try to get catfish or a largemouth bass.
But more polished and a few more interesting elements like more refined combat. That's what this game looks like it is right now, which I didn't really know. I didn't really know much about it. Just it looked like Minecraft, and it definitely plays like Minecraft. So I'm curious what you guys thought. All right, so thanks for watching this early access preview of Hightail. What I'm actually about to do is I'm going to take a break. I'm going to ask my audience, do you guys want me to keep going? Some of the audience seems to like it, and the other part people are like, no, we don't like it. So I'm curious. I'm going to ask them, talk to
you could keep going off a cliff and never come back.
them. In fact, you know what? Before we even start, what do you guys think? Let's ask, right? What is everyone's opinion? So Dabhan says, I'll come back to this in 6 months or something. The devs literally yesterday confirmed they have now already made enough money for 2 years.
Exactly. He just needs to shut up and just let them have fun because, good Lord, he sucks out the fun of every single game.
Fishing, but I don't know how to fish. Like, there's no fishing in the game from what I saw. Like, there was no fishing pole. Maybe you can get one. I don't know.
Find out for yourself.
Everyone on the Kick side is basically saying that the game is boring. But Quick Kick complains about everything. Those are kind of like the troll element of my content. So I take everything they say with a grain of salt.
Then why even bother keeping the Kick chat there? Just remove the whole Kick chat and just, listen to your YouTube audience, Phil.
Papa Vera said he would watch more. Secret Hook says, yes, do more exploration, get a base started. Isaac says, well, you can come back to it later, but for now, it just doesn't seem like there's enough to hold a playthrough or anything. From what I'm seeing, it's basically bare bones Minecraft, but with some interesting elements.
And look at that, how you condition this chat to tell him to rage quit a game.
Like right off the bat, I like that there was cooking. I like that you can make your own meals in the game, like different cooking items, right? Maybe figure out some variety of like recipes and stuff. Dabian says, well, I just
nobody cares
right now. I definitely revisit it later. Yeah, we don't know yet. We've only played for an hour. But the thing is, I'm going to read the vibe of the room. If the audience is saying, yes, do more, I'll do more. If they're like, nah, we saw what it is, that's fine. That's our first taste. Come back to it later. I come back to it later. I don't really know what you guys want. But see, this is exactly what I was saying earlier. The bottom line is, says, if you want Minecraft, just play Minecraft with the infinite number of mods in there. It has more depth. Right?
You can easily do that, Philip, but will you do that? No, because of lack of money.
Hey, there you go. That's kind of what I was saying, is that Minecraft already has mods that will probably add all this stuff. So do you need Hightail when you already have Minecraft, right?
Again, variety, Phil. Variety. Anything else you want to say, Philip?
Okay. All right, well, it's like, I don't know what you guys want me to do. First of all, there's a lot of trolling today, so I'm just trying to ignore it.
Wait, hold on.
I'm going to be honest. The attendance is good. The engagement is all right, except half the audience is complaining, particularly the Kick audience is complaining the game sucks. And literally, we have 2 people who have contributed.
Because they're trolling you, Philip.
There was Papa Vera who did a super chat, and then there was Definitely Not French who did Kicks, and that's it. And I've been streaming now for over 2 hours. So it's pretty obvious there's not that much interest in the game. I told you, literally, this is an experiment to see if this kind of content will work on my channel. If this isn't working, we can easily just do something else. I'll play something else right now if you want.
And I just love how his Kick chat is going, really making fun. Now, you got some people talking about, hey, play the game. Everybody else say, rage quit the game, rage quit the game, quit the game. They're doing that because they're pretty much trolling him, and Phil's about to do that. And what's making one really, again, makes them want to quit the game is because of lack of support. Texas blue catfish are usually good around 20 to 40 pounds, but over 50 isn't common. See, we definitely have some blue catfish here too. Like one person caught a 60-pound catfish, and it's actually pretty crazy how you caught that one big. Another person caught a oh god, I forget the actual version. I forget the actual name. It's a part of the catfish family. I'm gonna let this continue on while I try to find it on my phone.
So the bottom line is says, look at it this way: if you play it now and you exhaust all the content quick because there's not a lot, then you're just gonna have nothing to do in the game for months and months. And when you come back to it, you have to redo stuff you've already done. If you stop playing it now and you come back to it in like 6 months when the devs have updated a ton and added a ton of content, it'll feel like more of a playthrough. That makes sense. If you don't like it, don't play it. How do I know if I like it? I've barely played it, right? We've barely.
Bluehead. I had actually looked it up. I'm sorry there, Alex, but Bluehead's pretty common over here too.
Roden says,
I mean Bullhead, not Bluehead. Bullhead.
Stream, you do you. I don't know. Grandmaster Scrub says maybe come back to it when there's more content. Play some more of that game from last night, or do you have another quick indie to check out?
Hytale is Minecraft. If Minecraft it was an industrial age. Hey, didn't know that.
Now, because I want an audience for it, like people would know. Like, what stuff could I do on the fly?
Shut up for a sec, Phil. I know what I want you to do, Phil. Shut your damn mouth before I have a second crash show. I know.
We could do Call of Duty. We could do Street Fighter 6. That's the kind of stuff. We're already doing Arc Raiders at night, and that would have been a thing. I would have said, oh, we could do Arc Raiders, but we're doing Arc Raiders on the late stream. So I would argue either Street Fighter 6 or Call of Duty are the two multiplayer games that we could toss into the loop here. Either one would work, and we have tons of time. We have 2.5 hours to do whatever I want on the stream. We can do whatever you guys want.
Oh my god. Phil, just continue playing a game and shut up.
But here's the question: if I switch, a lot of people are saying Street Fighter 6. If I switch to Street Fighter 6, are you guys going to stick around and are you going to engage and support with Street Fighter 6? Or else, what's the point of switching to it if no one cares? You know what I mean? Do a poll. All right, let's. That's exactly what I will do. That was a great suggestion. I don't know why on earth I didn't think of that. Does this autosave, by the way? If I quit to desktop, will it save my game? Because I don't see anything here. It doesn't say anything about saving. Do you know, Broden? Will this save? You guys want? Let me take a look now because I'm about to leave. I want to see how it went. You see, here's the bullshit. I'm not even kidding you. So most of Kick Chat said this game sucks. We're all bored. The Kick Chat results is 55% want Hytale.
I'm still in chat.
No,
Just text my girlfriend.
You were literally just sitting there a minute ago saying this sucks. And now everyone votes for Hytale. Do you see what I mean about these polls? Like, oh, let me do a poll. And then you purposely vote for the thing you think is boring because you think the stream will fail. Like, what the hell is your problem? I got 500 kicks from Dang.
Even Broadside's live. Whoops,
since we're
didn't
not
know
the real
that
audience,
too.
well, maybe if the people in Kick didn't act like children, like brats, then maybe it would be more of a consider. What the hell is your problem? We do it all bored. The Kick Chat results is, oh, 55% want Hytale. No, you don't. You were literally just sitting there a minute ago saying this sucks. And now everyone votes for Hytale. Do you see what I mean about these polls?
Because they're trolling you, Philip, again. Hook, line, and sinker. They did it on purpose because they knew you was going to respond to this and you was going to have an emotional outburst.
Like, oh, let me do a poll. And then you purposely vote for the thing you think is boring because you think the stream will fail. Like, what the hell is your problem?
No, what is your problem?
Dang. Should Kick vote since we're not the real audience? Well, maybe if the people in Kick didn't act like children, like brats, then maybe it would be more of a consideration. But most of the people who sit there on Kick are just toxic all day. And you can't even deny it. Just look at the chat history. Oh, this sucks.
Yeah, because he's just, oh god, what do you mean just wait, Alex? Hold on, I'll get back to that, Rainbow. I mean, Anthony, I'll get back to it. Hold on, I gotta hear this.
Why is he playing it? This is a kid's game. This is boring. This is just Minecraft. What the hell? Everything Phil does is wrong. Man. No one, you get to a point where you don't care anymore. Like, why would I give a shit about what anyone in Kick says when all they do is spew toxic nonsense? Like some 5-year-old on a schoolyard, you know, over here, he's ugly, he stinks. Like, dude, like that's the level of commentary I get out of Kick Chat. So why do I care, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
One more time.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know how much more I'm gonna take of his stupidity right about now.
And keep in mind, that's a generality. That's not every single person, but you guys who are in Kick Chat can absolutely agree that, right? Take a look. You can
I know, I'm trying not to, Rainbow, but good lord.
Okay. Matt says, yes, facts. I watch over there as a lurker, and 90% of the time that's what it is. Yep, I know. Okay, let's go for a break. When full results on Kick. On YouTube, we've got 445 votes, despite the fact that we only have 200-some viewers. So obviously, that means we have over 200 troll votes on the YouTube vote. Isn't that nice? I told you. This is why the polls, sadly, when the trolls get involved, are completely worthless. You can't read what people want when idiots come in and try to skew the vote. All right, but let's actually read the results.
Okay, hold on. I can understand why some of the detractors crash out DSP has crashed out at DSP. He has ways of getting underneath your skin. He definitely does. Oh God, it gets even more worse than this. Good Lord. I see YouTube did nothing again after this last Street Fighter 6 stream, and it's still let him use the platform. Exactly. Oh God, how much worse is it going to get?
So it says 61% want more Hightail, and then 29% want Street Fighter 6. Only 10% want Black Ops 7. So right now, what you're telling me is do not play Call of Duty. Fair enough. Okay. But I could do either Street Fighter or I could do Hightail, right? Like, I'm okay.
Just play Hightail.
Let's see. A couple tips actually apparently came in, but they could be troll tips. So let's take a look. No, my intention was to play Hightail for the entire stream because someone just said, do you really not want to play it? No, that was my intention. I wanted to play it for a whole stream.
Then go ahead and play and stop complaining about it. Like, dude. Oh my God, I don't feel like crashing out for a second time. Just go ahead and play the damn game, Phil. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your little stupid little rants. Just play it. Like, good God Almighty, it's like everything you gotta have a little rant about. You gotta complain about. You gotta cope and moan about. Just play the game.
But I literally played it for an hour. I turned around and I had gotten one contribution the entire stream. Again, this is my job as well as my passion. I have to do things people want to support. I have to.
Then, in other words, you're blaming your audience for it. In other words, you're saying it's their fault, the reason why the game is failing so bad. That's not the case. It's your job as the streamer, Phil, to be entertaining. It's not their responsibility. It's your responsibility.
I can't just do streams that are dead. There's no point then. I'll just turn the stream off. You know what I mean?
You pretty much have a dead channel. You have not improved on for the past 3 years. You've been stuck at 220 at the whole time. Actually, before I used that 219, then you finally reached 220K subs. Again, you have mostly a dead channel. Pretty much just about all your subs are dead. And I mean his channel, YouTube, not his people.
Okay.
Hey, Judith, how you doing there? I personally clipped over 50 different instances from the stream alone that violated his own conduct policy, and they did nothing. He needs to be deplatformed. Listen, Judah, excuse me, I'm sorry to say Judah. This dude has unbelievable luck that he's not been deplatformed with the amount of stuff he has done over the past, 18 years? He's extremely lucky, from the crazy sex jokes to the slave trade joke. Actually, the one thing that I'm thoroughly surprised that he didn't get deplatformed is when he had that very, very, very dark take on Jewish people. It was incredibly dark. Again, I can't show it here because the stream will be taken down. Even the video of itself has been taken down. So, and I know about that because oh God, was it Ziggy that had it? Ziggy or Ledric, one of them two had it, and they showed it, and I did watch it, and unfortunately YouTube took it down because it was too it was very violent, the way Phil was describing how the Jewish people should be treated.
Fighter 6 right now, it would not do as well as Friday Night Fights because people aren't aware. It would be an on-the-fly change, and only people who maybe could make it on the fly would show up for it. I agree with you. So it probably wouldn't do so well. All right, so now everyone all of a sudden is Hightail. I was playing Hightail, and everyone complained Hightail was boring and sucks. Play something else, and no one contributed. So then I said, okay, maybe we won't do it, and then everyone complained, you got to play Hightail. If I play Hightail, I swear to you, if I play Hightail this afternoon, and at the end of the stream, everyone says this stream was boring, I'm just going to ban every fucking person that says it, and I'm never going to unban one of you ever again. I'm going to find who you are, and I'm going to make sure that you never have a sock account in my chat again.
So, when this game fails, again, when this stream fails, you're putting this on your audience. You're putting it on them. You try to say it's their fault, the reason why the stream fails, when it's your job to take what I like to call chicken shit and turn it to chicken salad. It is your job to take, let's say, a game that's not that great and make it entertaining. It's your job to provide entertainment for your audience, because when your audience log into your streams, fill up, No, I'm not covering that soul because I actually have work tonight. I'm not going to cover. I'll cover bits and pieces of it on the part 2 of this, but no, not today. If I was off, I would not cover it because I know how bad it's gonna be. The last time I did a video on his Super Bowl marathon, it was horrible. Like I had to cut out a lot of stuff from that. But again, Philip, just like how I'm streaming, even though you've been driving me nuts throughout the whole stream, I still have to find a way to provide entertainment to my audience, to my chat here. That is my job. I do not expect any of them to send me money. I'm not even monetized. I don't even ask for anything. I just want them to come in, watch, just have a good laugh, and that's just about it. Even if they give it a like, that's fine with me. But as long as I'm doing what I can to make them entertain, that's my responsibility as a streamer. Or when I'm making videos, that's my responsibility. Same thing with Soul. When he's streaming video games, it's his responsibility to be entertaining, provide entertainment. Same thing with Ice. Even if he's not restreaming you, even let's say he's playing Warhammer or Helldivers 2, it's his responsibility to provide entertainment to his audience, his chat. That's the main thing. When people come onto the stream, they don't want to hear about your problems. They don't want to hear about you complaining. They don't want to hear about you begging. They don't want to hear about none of that. They want to come in and they want to be entertained because guess what? They have their own set of problems that they're not going to bring up. I have my own set of problems that I'm still dealing with. I'm not going to bring up because you want to know why? It's not their business. It's my business I have to handle. And that's what you don't realize, Phil. So again, you want to make it seem like if the stream does not do well, it's their fault. And again, this is why I don't feel bad for his audience because they choose to sit here and take this abuse.
Seriously, I'm not going to put up with this very nonsensical, contrarian attitude when I'm trying to actually get feedback on what people want. For real, I'm not going to take shit from people who are messing with my content. All right? Is that the deal? Are we okay with that? There's not going to be any bans. I'm literally going to find out who you are. So when you come back with a stock account, every time I'm going to say, no, remember, Hightail, go fuck yourself. And I'm going to ban you again and again every time you come back.
Slow, he's been reported for over 20 years. We need more appropriate true. We do need a lot more than that. The problem is, I think he's been reported so much that most of the time YouTube will overlook him. Unless it's like bigger names is mentioning him. Like, let's say, for example, Mr. Beast would have brought up his bad actions. Then YouTube mostly would do something because Mr. Beast is the golden goose or the golden child of YouTube. I can't make bad games good, guys. They entertain, guys. It's not my fault.
I'm tired of it.
Of course you're tired of it.
You're right. Everyone on Kick complained, Klaus Siffler. That's generally who I'm talking about. There were a couple people on YouTube, but for the most part, this was the Kick audience that was whining. For sure, you're correct there. That is definitely a correct assessment.
Uh-huh.
Okay. In fact, give me a second. I'm just curious.
Right. Like he's going to find us who we are.
Watching on Kick right now. We have over 100. Cool. Sound good? All right.
Sounds good. Sound good to me. And
all
yes,
right,
categories.
I hope you enjoy the break. And I hope to see you all tonight for some Arc Raiders Chill Fun, if you can make it. And again, for those who were here, thank you for being positive. And, I was going to not play more of it, and you guys convinced me to. And I think that the stream went pretty well, right? So thank you for...
Yeah, after you had a little raging moment.
Hanging out and being positive, and those who did support, instead of it being everyone saying, oh, what a flop, it ended up being a pretty good stream. So, all right. I'll see you all tonight for Arc Raiders, everybody.
Oh, mostly critical. Most critical. If you know what it is. And, of course, he didn't reach his goals. No surprise there.
I need that money. Area.
Oh, this is the conclusion of Hightail.
Would I consider bringing back DS politics? No, not at this point.
Please don't ever bring that back again, ever.
I'm not saying no forever. I'm just saying...
No, and for those who may not be aware of his DSP politics, he's a major fence sitter. Well, I mean, major, that fence is so far up his scale, is up his little piggy butt that it's literally going through the roof of his mouth.
Right now,
the roof of his mouth.
See the point? The show did not do well for the effort that I was putting into it, so there was no point continuing. Out of all the content I was making, that was the hardest to make. I have to research all these stories, put together all these things to talk about on the show. Right now, I don't see the point. The show did not do well for the effort that I was putting into it, so there was no point continuing. Out of all the content I was making, that was the hardest to make. I have to
How was that the hardest to make when all you had to do is look up and read the article?
Research all these stories, put together all these things to talk about on the show. It's a ton of work to do ahead of time as opposed to a gaming stream. All I got to do is basically get the game bought or lined up and get the stream set up, and then we play, right?
Bill, come to my line of work and see how much work you're going to do.
very different, you know. And for the fact that I
Yes, Rainbow. He actually he made DSP politics. He made both sides agree on something, that he sucks at politics.
I did all that work and I did it for a month and
Using his hair color for his receding hairline, believes his crooked and crusty goatee great. Exactly.
a half, and the show was doing horribly. Why would I continue it?
Exactly. He goes by that. He picks the popular choice there, squirrel.
Get thicker skin with our first contribution of the night. $2 says, you think we hit a Star Wars and Marvel ceiling? No. I think we hit a wall with the content that they were trying to put out being all of a certain type that people don't want. There is.
You mean certain type of things that you don't want?
Even with the modern movies kind of not doing so well. And there is still a desire for Marvel movies. It has to be the right ones. Like, take a look at the Marvel movies that did well. Spider-Man, No Way Home, and Spider-Man Spider-Verse, right? Those did well.
Well,
right?
Guess,
also,
yeah, they did well.
There have been, like, the final Wolverine movie, Logan. That movie did pretty good. The Deadpool movies did outstanding, right? Deadpool and Wolverine did great. So there is desire. It's just, it has to be the right kind of movie. You can't put the schlock out there, and they put schlock for 2-3 years, just garbage that people did not want or desire, and they said that's the
What the hell? Is that him?
good. The Deadpool movies did outstanding, right? Deadpool and Wolverine did great. So there is desire. It's just, it has to be the right kind of movie. You can't put the schlock out there, and they put schlock for 2-3 years, just garbage that people.
What is that? Chat, is it me losing my mind? But what is that noise? That huppu? It's like something in the background. Like, what is that noise?
Did not want or desire, and they said that's the route we wanted to go with Marvel. And
do you guys hear
so now we
that?
gotta go back to what people want. If Avengers Doomsday is more in line with what people are used to and want from Marvel, it will be successful. If they try to push different changes to the plot devices, the themes, the narratives down your throat,
Is that the
fail.
music he's
So
got
let's see what
playing?
happens.
Yeah, he does. He wants to joke out the huge Jackman because he's a man. He's a manly man.
I don't have personal connections with people who have moderated all, years and years ago. I don't have a connection to people who donated over the years. I just don't. I think some people have this bizarre belief system that, like, I have a personal connection to anyone who has, like, helped me or donated to me over the years. I don't. I don't know anything about what happened to these people. I wish Timbo Slice the best, but I don't know how he's doing.
So, in other words, people, let's say, like Arkham Edits and Duncan, all them, you don't. Oh, so that was music. Okay, so I was getting ready to say, like, what the heck was that? You know what, Anthony? You know what? Just for you. Just for you. Hold on. I gotta make sure. Hold on, chat. Sorry.
Move this man!
Don't worry. The next thing I'm gonna get is a soundboard, okay?
Do I think I would be cry if I ever got pepper sprayed? I don't know if crying is the word. Like, pepper spray, your eyes burn uncontrollably. You're not crying. It's an actual reaction to pain, right? That's not really crying. When I think crying, I'm thinking you're having an emotional reaction, right? Like, for example, if you're cutting onions and your eyes are burning and start watering, I wouldn't say, oh, you're crying. Even though some people do say that. I was like, no, you're having a reaction to the onions.
Stop going cards. Oh my god. I think Chan gonna tap at this point. So much stupidity I could take in one stream with this idiot. Oh my god. For anybody, I've never been pepper spray in my life, but for anybody who has experience with pepper spray, with pepper spray, can you just explain it in chat? Because this mental midget is about to say something so stupid. I see it coming.
Opposed to, oh, I'm crying, you can emotionally distraught, you know?
I do, actually.
I don't even know how that works. I mean, we played Hightail earlier, and it was a cool 3 hours of investigating what the game was. To be honest, I don't know if that's something we would even play again right now, because it is very early, and it's very similar to Minecraft right now. Like, I feel like the things that would define the differences between Minecraft and Hightail right now aren't very apparent, because they're not live. Like, Hightail's gonna have an adventure mode with a story. That's not live yet. Okay, it's gonna have all these areas and things to do, missions and stuff. That's not live yet. What is live is the open adventure world, or excuse me, exploration world that plays very, very much like Minecraft. So Unless people want Minecraft, which already we weren't playing.
Well, yeah, that is true, Jeff. He always says something stupid.
I don't know why we would even go back to Hightail for now. Like, likely it would be something we hold off on and we wait for more content and then maybe go back to it then.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to talk about that tomorrow on the podcast. Tomorrow.
Oh, you really talk about the podcast. Okay.
Zone, and we'll talk about Hightail and we'll figure stuff out from there. Hightail had over 500K people watching it on Twitch. Good for Hightail. I had about 200 something on YouTube and 100 something on Kick, so I had decent viewership, I would argue. It was pretty good.
That's not good at all, Phil. That's pretty bad for somebody your size.
But basically,
and I mean by his channel size.
Half the audience was complaining, saying it was boring.
Because you made it boring.
It was like, it's kind of like Minecraft, which is fine, but really what defines it to be different. And there are some distinct differences, things that I actually feel are better than Minecraft. But we'll talk about this again tomorrow on the podcast. I don't want to go too heavily into it tonight. Blackman, thank you for a 222 super chat. He says, I'll be home soon. PvE is better than PvP in Raiders. I agree. Blackman's now the biggest super chatter. Let's get him on the leaderboard. Oh, I do want to say one thing about Kick tonight.
What's that,
Hold on, Phil? Shout out. Get Thicker Skin did another $2. Said, remember, men and other people, it's okay to cry. There you go. That is correct. Men can be emotional too. Just don't be a sissy or anything, right? That's
just
correct.
just like you are being a sissy.
Will I ever replay Sekiro? Asked TJ Fox. I don't know. I'm not against replaying Sekiro. When I beat Sekiro, I got really good at parrying.
He is a professional victim.
I was dominating the game and got, in 1 hour of New Game Plus, I got like 5 hours in for my first run, to put it in perspective. And people then were like, don't play it ever again. I'm serious. They're like, just don't play it ever again. So I never did.
Again, nobody cares.
What's up, Game Boy? Good evening. How you doing? Vietnamese comrade, how you doing? No, we did not have tortellini soup tonight. We had homemade chicken quesadillas with dark meat, marinated chicken, some pico de gallo, a little bit of cheese, and then with fresh picante sauce that we dipped it in. It was good.
Was any of that made from scratch?
Well,
I highly doubt it.
I mean, the one coming out for Switch 2, Piano-ish, the one that's online, like Bloodborne-esque, I don't see why I wouldn't try it. So here's the deal tonight. Arc Raiders fun, 2 hours of drops. It should be a good time. Again, much like we were doing last time, I just want to drop randomly rather than, oh, I'm going here just to get this one item. It seems to be working a lot better that way because, number one, we do avoid stream snipers for the most part. And number two, it's random. Marty says, so do you ever get the feeling that maybe your viewers don't know what they actually want? Or do you think it's more like trolls masquerading that causes confusion? I think it's a combination. I think there are a lot of trolls who try to cause confusion on purpose because they...
here we go. Brings us up again.
I'm going to fail and things are going to go bad for me. Spoiler alert, things aren't going to ever go bad for me. I'm doing really good for myself and I'm only getting better. It's never going to get worse. It doesn't matter how much they try to impact me. They don't. They really...
Are you sure about that, Phil? Because there's been plenty of times during your streams you stop in the middle of it just to, bring up detractors for no good reason.
Don't have an impact on my life or my content. Case in point, earlier today, they basically tried to spoil my polls. I did a poll on Kick and on YouTube to say, do you want me to play this game, which was Hightail the entire stream, or do you want me to swap game? Now, I didn't care. I said to everyone, I'm okay with whatever. Like, my intention was to play Hightail.
Again, play Russian Roulette. That's the type of game I would love you to want you to play.
The whole stream. But that first hour,
professional implies an interim of interacting within whatever he finds in the field of expertise. No, he's no expert of the profession. Exactly. 90% of your chat field is troll and larpers. That is also true there, Alex.
And then they left. So that's the thing. Did it affect anything? No. We had a great stream. We had great attendance the whole stream. We got to see what Hightail is. The support was good. Everything was fine. So they try so hard. Oh, we're really going to foil Phil. And it never does anything. They just waste their lives away. They're just complete wastes of life. I guess the best way to describe them. So there is definitely misinformation attempted by them, but it never.
Phil. You, on the other hand, the one that just wanted to put the game down. You were complaining again, one, because of money, and two, because Kick Chat trolling you. Once again, detractors have nothing to do with this. But again, keep proving the point of how much you don't like playing video games whatsoever.
It does anything bad. It doesn't. Like, I'm always good.
You're always good. Then why are you rage quitting the game?
Sometimes there's definitely confusion. They're not sure what's going to work or what they want. Or, like, for example, with Hightail, no one actually knew what it was going to be. Right? No one. No one knew if it was going to be good, bad, exactly like Minecraft, different from Minecraft. So it made sense to play it and check it out for like a first look style stream. And it worked. So that's what I want to do like more of this year. I would absolutely enjoy doing this kind of stuff. Let's do a quick first look stream and see if it's anything good that we want to play again. Right? And if it is great, like I'll say for Hightail, I don't think so. Not right now. Maybe after some updates, but probably not right now. I wouldn't play it again.
Right now. After some updates, short, Phil.
So there you go. But again, I want to talk more about that in depth on the podcast tomorrow. So
on tomorrow, sure, Philip.
I need that money. I really.
All right, here we go, Arc Raiders. Let's see how bad he does this one, because I did watch a little bit of this chat, but not all of it.
Let's get started, everybody. Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome back to Arc Raiders. It is time for...
How many we get through, by the way? Okay, we got through 6. Let's try to get through at least 10, Chad. Let's try to get through 10, okay? Trust me.
Another fun night stream of the game, another couple
of
hours.
And after we get through number 10, I'll send you over to Vega.
Inbox from Embark. It says, it's been a hell of a ride so far, and we're celebrating a huge milestone, 10 million Raiders in the Rust Belt. We're proud and humbled by your love for Arc Raiders. There's so much more exciting content to come. You're one of the first 10 million. Here's something to show for it. A gilded pickaxe.
A gilded pickaxe.
Ooh, I got a gilded pickaxe. Should we equip that now? You guys having a good time so far? Chill, right?
Nah, it's not. Nope, it's pretty boring, Phil. Do something to make it entertaining.
Do another raid now. If you guys like Arc Raiders and you want it in the rotation more.
Didn't DS play Russian roulette with this channel during the second detractor purge? He did, and almost got yeeted.
Please support tonight's stream. This is the first week I'm doing it 3 times. If the 3 streams do well, I'll try to keep it 3 times every week. But if it doesn't do so well, then I'll probably play it less. The first stream went well, so let's have this one go. Let's go. Guys, if you're having a good time tonight, follow suit with Code Oink. Support the stream if you can.
And by the way, he's always trying to hide his oh god, not his personal information. I'm talking about within the game. He's always trying to hide his position where he's at. But the thing is, people can easily track it down. Not hard,
All right,
Philip.
let's get some support for Arc Raiders. Like I said, doing 3 streams of it this week. I'm hoping to get good engagement and support on all of these streams. And if I do, I'll keep doing it as often as I'm doing it. All right, let's go. Now, in the meantime, like the stream if you're having a good time. Let's get that engagement going. If you're watching on demand, please.
Already begging,
like
not
if you're
surprising.
enjoying the content, please leave comments. Everyone, so if you give me a second to just run and use the restroom. When I come back, we'll do another hour. But guys, again, please support the stream. We're at $50 to support. Please, let's keep it going. Let's have a great night of Arc Raiders. You know, I've been doing some indie stuff recently, and the streams have been doing pretty good. I want to stay on that level. All right, I want to keep at that level of doing good.
I'm gonna let him continue, chat. I got a package. I'll be right back. I'm gonna let him continue. If he says anything, chat, just let me know. Be right back.
On every stream, if Arc Raiders keeps going good, I can play more of it. All right, so let's go. I'll be right back. I didn't have a chance. I don't even know what just happened. I legit have no idea. What are those? Are those new enemies, or were they guiding that Rocketeer? Like, that was just an awful drop. I didn't even do anything. I literally dropped and was already dead. I had no chance. So, at the very least, all I'm losing is my anvil. It sucks because my anvil has a rare attachment on it, but it's complete nonsense that was the drop. Like, as soon as I dropped, I was surrounded by these enemies that immediately had a Rocketeer murder me. I couldn't do anything. Those are scouts marking you for the Bombardier? Oh, I've never encountered this before, and I have no chance to survive. Yeah, forget this. That sucked. That really sucks. I mean, what was I supposed to do differently there? I literally spawned, took 1 step out, and immediately got bombed on. Absolutely awful. However, as you know, my daytime stream on Thursday is Arc Raiders, so we'll have a lot more time to focus on it then. Although, guys, like I said, we only got 20-30 minutes left on the stream. And again, if you like Arc Raiders, I'm playing it 3 times this week because you guys said you wanted more of it. But, let's get some support for Arc Raiders tonight then. Okay. We're dropping now. We'll see how this goes. Guys, last drop of the night, and I'm doing co-op like you wanted. Please support the stream. Last chance to do so. Let's get a good solid end, right? Let's get a strong end here. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, now everything's ready, and I can hear it. Cool.
Let's go to the arrival building.
Awesome. All right, let's go to the arrival building. There's always good loot in there.
All right. I've only done this map like 3 times, so this one, you know, chill, stream, tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. And tomorrow night, more Rim World. We are continuing on with the first real run in Rim World where I have a group of survivors on normal difficulty. And if you remember, we had absolute disaster at the end of the last stream. So I'm hoping to recover from that. We're going to see if I can recover and get a full team again and go from there. We'll find out. If not, and we got to restart, I guess we'll have to restart. It is what it is. But let's see what happens. Okay? Let's see tomorrow night. Hopefully that'll do well. I'm honestly, like today, my thought process was, I'm going to do an indie game in the morning that I don't know if it's going to do well, but Arc Raiders is the staple. So it's fine. We'll do good. And then Arc Raiders did worse than the indie game. So it's kind of unpredictable right now. Let's see how it goes tomorrow, all right? All right, everyone. I wish you all the best. All of you have a good night. And I'll see you tomorrow for a fun podcast, Pokemon and RimWorld, and we'll go from there. All right, everyone. Peace out. Good night. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. 3 Bastion cores. I'm getting good luck tonight with the cores. 3 in one go. Good stuff. I think that's about it. Maybe 2 more to search here, I think. 4 Bastion cores. Oh, my God. I forgot what to drop. God damn. 5? Dude, I almost have I need 6. And I got 5 in one go, so damn. I just gotta kill one by myself later. That's it. I'm pretty sure I got everything now. Yeah, okay, that must be it. Wait, what's this? Did I do this one? Yeah, I did that one already. What about this one? And then Warren the Pitbull with a $5 super chat here at the end here. Thank you, Warren. All right. Well, tonight was a mix, I would say, but overall, for the most part, it was a big positive, was it not? We did have one bad run, but I had several good ones. We actually upgraded several benches tonight. And Rebs can help me, you know, see how to take down a Bastion. So remember what he said. He said, "Was it 6 shots to the leg?"
I'm bad, chat.
Down, then you
Shut up, Phil. I'm bad, chat. I'm sorry. Did you say anything important? So I just keep pushing.
up with a mine, you put a mine on its head, and you instantly kill the Bastion. That's good to know, okay? Well, obviously, shout out to Repsian for the coaching and the help, and thanks to everyone who was here tonight. So I am going to attempt to do a third stream of this on Thursday. We'll see how it goes. This is an experiment to try to play this more because people said they wanted more of it. But honestly,
Why is he begging again with no surprise?
I'm a little different than everyone else. If I overplay something, it doesn't get as much attention. And tonight, I could definitely say, compared to the previous streams of our creators, yeah, you know, we've done better. So maybe 2 times is
nothing.
The sweet spot.
Okay, I figured that.
I guess we'll have to see. But I am going to play it again later this week, so I hope you'll join me for that on Thursday. Okay, guys? All right. Our graders, good progress tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.
So pretty much there was nothing in this one. My bad, Chad. There was nothing in that one. So move on to the next.
I need that money. I really. Okay. Now, what about yesterday's game, Hightail? So Hightail is a game that is
What about Hightail, Phil?
A group of game developers that used to be server modders. Like they used to actually have like a modded Minecraft server back in the day, and they were hired to make a game. And so the game that they made looks and plays like Minecraft. Now, it's a little different because it has different elements than Minecraft. For example, it has an active battle system that's much better than Minecraft's. The crafting and building is way more streamlined and more fun to do, honestly. And on top of all of that, there's just a lot more to the game when it comes to exploration.
I don't know anything. I don't know neither. I don't know how to be this bad.
You have an experience system, whereas you do things in Minecraft, you get levels, and those levels allow you to put experience into enchanting and doing things, right? In regards to this game, it's all based on exploration. If you actually leave your comfort zone, you go out to new areas and you discover new enemies, new creatures and animals, new kinds of plants and the like. The more you discover, you unlock more to do, all right, in the game, which is awesome, okay? So I played it for around 3 hours yesterday. Attendance was good. Engagement was half and half. And
okay, here we go. Something about, engagement is good. So some people were talking about it, other people were not.
What I mean by that is half the people who attended liked the game. Half the people absolutely hated it and said that it was...
Yeah, because you was making it boring. You was doing nothing to be entertaining, Phil. Move on.
It was boring as dirt, and it's just like Minecraft. And if you're going to play Minecraft, go play real Minecraft, not this knockoff. So it really was split down the middle in that regard. Support. Well, here's the truth. The stream was not doing well with support at all. And then I brought it up.
Oh, he definitely has great intros.
Contribution. Okay. And then after that, a few other people contributed. So by the end of the stream, it had done pretty good. But the thing is...
Oh, yes, he is wearing the Charlie Brown shirt.
And one person giving
nice catch there, Judah.
To even be a good stream. And that's not the kind of thing that you want
to
rely on.
Judah.
You know,
I keep calling Judah. I mean Judah. My bad.
A bunch of people coming together and saying, we like that Phil's doing a new game. This is exciting. Let's support it. With Hightail...
Oh, I just realized he's way too loud. I'm sorry, Chad.
So that makes me nervous. And to be honest with you all, this also makes me nervous. So Quarantine Zone's views.
Okay, I would have
views on part 1, 700 on part 2, and it's only been out about
wait. I just realized. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Phil. You? Oh my God, he's actually going to sit and complain about the views already. Phil, majority of your gameplay, your views are abysmal. Just about all of them. There's some that actually barely broke 100. Barely broke 1K. Like Jesus Christ, dude. So now you're gonna base your gameplay because of the views? Are you dead serious? So in other words, oh my. Swear to God. So in other words, Phil, for you to have a successful gameplay, you got to make sure you reach 150. You want to make sure people always talk about the game. And you want lots of views, what, 1K views or more to make things successful? Are you serious? You said, thank you, just like Alex said, you don't want to miss the views, but then you're talking about views. What the hell?
Especially for a small indie game. Hightail. Not doing well at all. Okay, and to be honest, here's the other thing. People over yesterday were like, but aren't you aware that Hightail is going viral? Seems like a lot of content creators are playing it now. Asmongold is playing it today, and he says that he really likes it. And I'm like, that's great. It doesn't matter. It doesn't translate for me. I'm different than everyone else. I'm not one of these viral content creators where everything that I do hits the algorithm and everyone finds in, DSP played this game early, so now he's going to get all these cool early launch views. As you can see, not at all. Not even close. I got a couple hundred views on the videos. That's not...
Because that's a user error problem. It's not a gaming problem.
Not good at all, okay? And the thing is, this is what we got to expect this year. Ups, downs, wins, losses, things that work, things that don't work, okay? In this case, a game like Quarantine Zone stood out. Never played a game like that before, right? Very unique, interesting premise, adding more gameplay elements the further in that we go. People really liked the stream and actually said, yeah, please do another one. I think I will. In the case of Hightail, it's a game that's very much like Minecraft with tweaks. So if there was a big demand on my streams of people saying, Phil, play Minecraft, we really want more Minecraft, I'd be like, well, maybe we should just play Hightail, right? But in this case, the game's not doing well. We had one person who did a big contribution that allowed the stream to do well, but no one's really watching it after the fact. You would have thought this game is...
Again, the reason why most people not watching the film has nothing to do with the game. Again, I don't know much about Hytale, but I'm pretty sure if I were to download and play it myself, I could find ways to make it more entertaining. Again, Philip, it's not a gameplay issue. It's not a developer issue. It's a user issue. The problem is you. I'm certain if I were to bring up other people, they will have higher views, but in your case you're having low views because you suck. You make every single game boring. Again, I apologize for sounding like a broken record, Philip. You made Doom the Dark Ages boring. You made Baldur's Gate 3 boring. You made Mario Kart boring. You made Donkey Kong boring. You made Metal Gear Solid boring. Oh my goodness. Gotta go. He's live right now. Good to you, chat. And you know what, chat? You know what? I did say that, but you know what? Nah, that's enough. I'm gonna call it here. I do apologize, chat. At least we're trying to get through this because I'm gonna send you guys over to Ibiga. I'm sorry, Chad. I can't take any more of this nonsense. Not today. I will be much more prepared. Excuse me. I'll be a lot more better prepared on Sunday because now I know I'm getting myself back into. But no. Oh my God. The stupidity is way beyond what I thought. Oh my God. And again, I apologize, Chad. We will be doing part 2, and it's gonna be all the stuff that I'm missing. Don't worry, I have it saved up and queued, but I want to send you guys over to Ibiga stream because he is live.
What do you say, American?
He is live, and chat, do me a big favor. Make sure you tell him this is a Vanguard raid and all this stuff, guys. Again, come back again. I will be streaming tomorrow. This is how you don't play Mass Effect 3. We'll get through that. It's definitely gonna be featured with. I'm going to try to get Soul and Ice in that one. Anybody else wants to join, you can definitely hop on into the Firehawk. But anyways, guys, girls, that's gonna be it for this stream. I'll see you in the next one. Have a pleasant and beautiful weekend, and always remember to stay on target. Take care, guys. Oops, almost forgot. There you go, guys.